Anyways, where there's cathedrals, we need to light them on fire to summon the fire god of Ishtek. Okay, just checking to see if we're recording. All right, we want question or recap first.
Question.
Yeah.
All right. What is your character's favorite form of entertainment? And then the examples I have are literature, sports, theater, poetry. But you can obviously. How does your character entertain themselves?
Vic likes to watch underground boxing matches.
Bum fight.
Would.
Bum
It's always
fights.
a good way to spend an evening.
No, I'm joking about Vic.
Well, that is. You did pretty much just say bum fights.
Either fight each other or they wrestle the Audiog. Audiog. Audiog.
It's I guess the simplest thing to say for Theobard would be people watching, but it's more accurate to say he casts an invisibility spell on a neighborhood pet and wants the kids look for it.
Oh my god.
That's just the right level of petty evil.
I mean,
Yeah,
the spell
that
wears
is-
off with the dog.
yeah.
starts
Oh, yes. That's why it's just the right level.
Eric will probably just be training hippogriffs, playing with hippogriffs.
Yeah. Hippequestrian is.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, that's the part that means horse already. So.
Look, shut the fuck up.
I mean, for Sophia, probably just reading.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say
Alright.
Luca doesn't have a pastime currently.
Yeah, his favorite pastime is
Being dead.
being dead.
Trying not to look into the void, lest it look back.
I edited these things on the timeline here and I made them a little bit smaller, but I also added a little rat there to Vic's out of office. I don't know if everyone can see that. I don't know the compatibility with the emoji I put in there.
Yeah, no, it's just a little box on my end.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. It looks like a rat to me. I wonder what the difference is, because I would think if we were all using Firefox, then you'd be able to see it.
I'm using Chrome, but if
Oh,
there's
that's probably it then.
any sort of additional emoji pack thing, I wouldn't touch it because I don't care for emojis. I do occasionally use emoticons, but because I'm old school.
Nah, I think it's a difference. We're just old.
Yeah,
Remember the time of long ago. In the
I've been
before
having
time.
I've been having way too many back in my day moments the last few weeks.
A rat we can
Good
all
job,
see.
good job.
One of us.
All right. So, for the recap. Last time, Kier Muzanesp joined Lord Glorio Arcona in giving his address to the people of Old Korvosa. Glorio told his followers that it was in fact Kier who cured the Blood Veil Plague, in contradiction of the official story given by the Korvosan Guard. Kier also revealed to the public the Queen's dealing with the cult of Urgathoa in creating the plague. While some write off his words as insurrectionist nonsense, Glorio has gained a sizable civilian population willing to fight back against the Queen's regime in his name. After that, on a mission from his new ally Theobard, Merrick went back to his old place of work, the Sable Company Marine Base, located inside of the Great Tower. Theobard wanted him to retrieve a personal item from the missing Seneschal in order to cast a spell in order to locate him. In his office, he found his old boss, Commandant Marcus Indrin. Oddly enough, Marcus was happy to see Merrick and told him that the Queen plans to give an address disbanding the Sable Company on the 8th of Arova. Commandant Indrin told Merrick they plan to fight back, but asked Merrick to please return to the Great Tower and release the Hippogriffs should the worst happen. He then retrieved an old quiver for Theobard's spell component and entrusted Merrick with his official coat of arms and gave a heartfelt goodbye. On the way out, he gave Merrick a lead, telling him to investigate an artist named Salvatore Scream.
Bum, bum, bum.
In the meantime, Theobard researched the Curse of the Crimson Throne, the curse that is said to affect all who call themselves a monarch over the city of Korvosa. Afterwards, he came up with a theory that the curse may not be affecting Queen Iliosa as it did the Arabastes before her because she married into the family. Vic continued to look for a home for the were-rats in the sewer, but continues to find it difficult to find a suitable place that the were-rats themselves would want to inhabit. When they met back up, Theobard used the Seneschal's quiver to cast a spell and observe his location, and it revealed that Neolandis was captured, tortured, but alive at an unknown location. Feeling like they've met a dead end, Merrick, Sophia, and Theobard decided to meet up with their vigilante friend Blackjack at his fencing academy, where he goes by the civilian name Vincarlo Orsini. However, the academy had been completely burned down. Seeing this, they decided to visit the civilian home, his civilian home, where they were attacked by what Theobard identified as Red Mantis assassins. They were forced to flee using Theobard's trippy magic to get away. And I think you just cast. What did you cast for that?
Greater image.
It was something we interpreted it to, and liked it. It was a good idea. Sorry.
Yeah, I got more stuff like that in my mind quiver.
The Red Mantis are one of the most feared organizations in all of Galorian. They are an order of professional assassins that can be identified by their trademark bright red and black light armor and serrated blades. The entire party finally met up at a tavern to discuss their next move. Vic discussed Merrick leading hippogriffs to the Arcona Palace grounds, while Theobard suggested asking the Shoanti in the Thieves' Camp about the nature of the Shoanti structure Castle Korvosa is built on top of. The general attitude was to side with House Arcona and the uprising against Queen Iliosa, at least for now. Early the next morning, the party was disturbed to discover Grey Maidens destroying all but the main stone bridge into Old Korvosa. And it seems that Queen Iliosa has decided to completely quarantine Old Korvosa in order to simply starve out this little rebellion. The session ended with Theobard scrying on Salvatore Scream and determining he is most likely somewhere along the edge of the Narrows of St. Alika.
It's a reasonable amount of territory to cover, but you at least have the hint of Adiogs making noise in the area.
Yeah, it beats the hell out of anywhere in the entire city.
Yeah, those Adiogs were just so hungry.
Going in the Wayback Machine, when we, I don't know, like one of the first 10 sessions, when we met with that pirate king.
Oh yeah, the spider.
Yeah. Didn't we encounter an Oriog around that time that was like coming up out of a hole in the street? And wasn't all of that near the Narrows of Saint Alika? That'd be a good starting point.
Well, we kind of had a feeling that it was gonna be around like this pathway, right? Like,
Yeah.
on the side, because obviously the side's a wall. So
Well, didn't they just burn all that down?
they burnt down all the bridges,
The
Or all
bridges.
Yep.
bridges?
all the
And
wood.
presumably
the
just
walkways.
blockaded the stone one.
But the walkways on the sides are still there.
So the walkways
Probably
on this
too
side are
much of a-
probably
isn't too much of a problem to get you guys across. But
Oh yeah, I had a thought occur to me the other day when I was thinking about all my illusion spells, because technically I'm at a level where I could have gotten Sphere of Invisibility, and I just realized if I shroud us in like an illusion of a cloud or something like that, See Invisible won't see shit. See Invisible doesn't bypass my illusions. I'm like, oh, that's a good thought.
I can summon
like
sharks, and you can just make us
Mhm.
invisible, and we can just go across the water if worst came to worst.
I mean, we talked about in the past. I could probably be on the hippogriff with Merrick, and then Luca can just carry Sophia.
In the morning, Merrick would want to send his hippogriff to deliver a message to the captain. To achieve this, he would actually utilize a technique that he had been kind of practicing a while at the Weird Magical House and transform him into a falcon. Put a little note and just send that in the hopes that they reconsider their plan.
Just considering my spells for this day. All right. So, are those of us not in Old Korvosa needing to get into Old Korvosa now?
I believe that's what we're doing.
I have a way. I could take one person, like we said. And just kind of take
If
a
we
quick
wait until the
side
night, I
trip
could just
before.
fly in with Luca. So, or like, so, and if there's any possible way of getting in there, we can do it. It's just
Yeah.
timing.
Gods know what the other two in there are doing right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can cast Silent Image through my Cloak of the Hedge Wizard, so I don't even have to expend a spell slot to cover our entrance.
Did we want to try with the Seneschal again, see if we can't converse with him and figure out where he's at?
Well, I wish you'd told me that before I prepared my spells this way. So, not until the next day.
Okay. I thought you were still in the preparing phase. My bad.
Yeah, I just finished, so. Well, it would seem to me that I should get the two of you out of my house if we're going to be searching for this Scream fellow.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. What time of day are we doing this? Just like midday, or what's the plan?
That's what I'm trying to start a discussion
Hmm.
of. I
I have no reason to wait.
Mhm.
Oh, beyond the time it takes for my hippogriff to fly there and back.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if we want to just fly in the middle of the day, and if you guys have a way to disguise yourselves, I can just come by later, because I don't have a way to go invisible or anything. So
Yeah, I figured we'd have to do this as a unit if we're going. Because using something like a silent image, it's easy for me to cover all of us in one illusion to fly over. It's
yeah, if you can do it to like mask all of us, I can just fly over
Yeah.
with you.
Mhm.
Works for me.
like see a silent image.
Just silence image us into a cloud.
Essentially,
Yeah.
flock of
Like-
birds, whatever have you.
Yeah. Was it like a forced perspective?
I mean, there's nothing saying I can't do optical illusions with illusions.
Oh yeah, especially when something is just
Mhm.
blue background that could really just play with that perspective.
Oh yeah. I mean, have you guys seen that one Mission Impossible movie where they have the hallway and they just put up a projector that with a camera to what's behind it, and then they just slowly move it forward so
Yeah,
the guard at the end of the hall doesn't notice?
yeah. That was pretty cool.
Several reasons why I don't think that would work, but for
Right.
magic, it definitely would.
Yeah, exactly. It's a creative idea.
Mhm.
But of course that movie series always has a little bit of liberties into technology. So I mean, if they could do those flawless masks, I think they could do a hallway projector.
So I guess that's the plan. We're going over then.
Sounds like it. Yeah. I
Does,
can't think of anything better. So
Does Azure come back with any sort of message, or is it just dropped off and then no response? Cool.
is Michael muted, or is he just not saying anything?
Well, it doesn't
Sorry,
look
the
like
mic was the mic was muted, but I wasn't muted on Skype.
Gotcha.
I accidentally hit the button. Yeah, you don't get a response to your
Okay.
letter.
But the letter is gone when the hippogriff comes back, though.
Yes.
Progress at least.
What was that?
Yes. The letter is gone
Okay.
when the hippogriff comes back.
Okay.
All right. So if you guys are going to attempt some sort of stealth maneuver, tell me what it is, and then give me a roll.
All right. So as I understand it, I guess the quick question: what would you say the weather is like today, Michael?
I would say it is a cloudy day, but otherwise pretty calm weather.
All right. Excellent. So my plan is that I will be riding back saddle with Merrick on the hippogriff. And as I understand it, Sophia can be carried by Luca because Luca can fly. So we'll just stick close together. I can then use a casting of a silent image, which creates just a visual effect with no sound, no thermal, no anything. And I can basically try to do like an illusory half dome below us, where I can look up at the cloudy sky and try to approximate what I'm seeing below me. I will be like actively concentrating on the spell because I can be updating it as like a swift action.
Mhm.
So that way, the idea of the half dome is that way if you see it slightly from the side, not just directly below.
Yeah, I imagine flight is a bit smoother than galloping.
Yeah. That's my thought.
And
If
so
that's-
the half dome is the form of a cloud, or
it is like a projection of the sky that is above us.
above you. Okay.
So
I
basically,
see.
just a blue on blue background.
Well, or even better than that, because he says it's a kind of a gray, cloudy
Ah,
day,
fair. Yep.
and the gray clouds are kind of uneven. So if there's any
Yeah.
flaws with my projection, unless you really squint.
Yeah. Just a gray cloud sort of.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
All right. For getting across, you can give me a stealth check with a +4, I'll say.
Are we all rolling, or just one person rolling for the collective?
How many times are you going across?
We're all
Just-
going
just-
together.
Yeah, then only make the one roll.
All right.
Actually, no. Everyone go ahead and make a roll, and I'll.
That's not good for me.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I'm
real
going to
quick,
consider everybody.
would-
rolls one.
yeah, would Azure the Hippogriff roll stealth for the two of us? Since we're riding him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, good. That's fucking hell.
I mean, it's a 14 plus 4, so that would be
So,
a 18.
18, yeah.
Eight.
Do you want me to roll
is
for
good.
Luca as well?
Is Luca out right now?
Yeah, he's the one stuck carrying me.
Okay.
Like Esther's
Then,
carrying
yeah,
them. I'm
then
carried
yeah, you need
You
to
got a
roll for
16.
Luca, and then Romeo will save for Luca.
Obviously, any of those versus enchantments versus fears
Mm.
aren't
And
added to the
Luca's-
total right
And
there.
Luca's stealth would be 4 higher.
Oh yeah, 4 higher, so his stealth would be 20.
Luca, as you start flying and every other kind of noise around you disappears into that whoosh of the air flying past your ears, you get another ring-a-ding-ding in your head from your friend.
Mm-hmm.
You hear an echo within your consciousness. Luca, may I ask you a question?
This is not a good time, but I feel like you're going to anyway. As he's like currently carrying his daughter across the water.
Do you truly believe that wizard has your daughter's best interest at heart?
I don't believe he has anyone's interest in his heart besides his own.
He is but a pawn in a grand scheme of nobility, blinded by politics and self-interest. I can offer you something far greater. Knowledge, power, the ability to protect Sophia as only a father can.
She wouldn't have been involved with this if it wasn't for you. Stay out of my brain and shut up.
All right. With that will save, we will have stuff to talk about in a little bit in Skype.
No
but
worries.
That is the end of the message from whatever remains of Rolf.
I hope he comes back so I can just have a wizard cock measuring contest with him.
Oh, necromancy? How gauche.
that
Necromancy,
hack,
that sucks in this universe.
that hack magic for necrophiliacs. Ah, I say good sir. Ah,
I say good day.
yeah.
All right.
Also, I do like that my roleplay goal for Theobald is shining through, where he's someone so kind of not scummy but shitty that it kind of weirdly loops around to being trustworthy because
right.
you know how he's going to act.
Yeah.
Like, we'd be more shocked if he wasn't being a douche.
Yeah. That 19's not good for us.
Nope.
All right. So, do you just land on the other side of the dock? Where are you going?
No, I think we'll kind of swoop around and approach from the back of Old Korvosa from the north.
I imagine since we were leaving from East Shore that we probably did a.
We probably would just go north of Thief Camp and actually cross the river.
I mean, you guys see the arrow path I just drew out there? Yeah, like that's what I was just thinking. We just keep over the river so that way people don't look directly up,
Mm-hmm.
and then come around from behind.
That works for me. I currently don't have any notes, so it's
although yeah, my concern would be not going near the water so that the towers may not see us flying.
I mean, we're up in the air.
True.
Okay, so where's the pointer tool? They always change what these icons look like.
I know.
You guys are ending up somewhere over here?
Yeah.
Okay. You land down. These are the less populated docks down here. And as you land, you see sort of these rough-looking figures sitting around where these crates would be loaded in. And they were kind of sitting behind a corner, but then as you walked, sort of three of them start walking around. And one of them looks at you and goes, "Hey, you're not supposed to cross."
We've got friends in high places.
Ha.
Don't mean you don't gotta pay the crossing tax, even if you do come around this way.
If you're here, we get a little bit more respect than this. What's the toll?
If I may, while Merrick is talking, I do a hand gesture to cast auditory hallucination on this guy. So if you could just give me a quick will save. It's only thematic,
Alright.
so I can do it very silently.
No problem.
Oh yeah, it's. Damn. All right. Well, nothing happens then.
Yeah, let the nice folks speak. I don't want to talk to no knifeys. You look like a fellow who's actually got some money. You gonna pay for your friends or what?
Oh, you're speaking to me now.
Merrick would just kind of suppress a smirk as best as he can, kind of step aside and just kind of wait.
Sophie just interposes herself between the guy and Theobald. Excuse me, might we get a discount? We didn't use the toll roads or anything, so obviously we didn't, wear it down or anything. If you would like, I will give you a diplomacy, trying to get a discount of whatever he's going to offer. I don't know if you were saying anything.
What were you wanting to do? I'm not sure.
I'm basically trying to talk him into lowering whatever he's going to try to charge us for. by like just like trying to say that like, oh well, we didn't actually use the roads, so we didn't do any damage to them. So might we get a discount or just let us go this one time? Like,
We don't
depending
give
on
a shot about the roads.
I tried.
From now on, this side of the boulevard, you gotta pay up to the boss when you cross. Hey, that rhymes. You gotta pay up to the boss when you cross. And the other thugs seem very entertained by that.
This is why I don't leave my house much. All right, let's see here. Start digging around in my bag for a moment. No. No. This won't do. Is this guy holding his pants up with a belt by chance?
We'll say yeah, sure.
This is just pure comedy, but it feels very in character. I'm just gonna produce my wand of break and destroy his belt buckle. If it's a non-magical object, it doesn't get a save. Or I guess he gets the save, but
What would it be?
just a fortitude save.
Oh boy.
Well, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Jim's rolling hot tonight.
Luckiest thug.
Yeah. He is literally not rolled below 19, guys. Or not rolled below 15, guys.
I've rolled twice, to be clear. Or
Three times. Yeah. I know.
Okay, I am rolling thunder then.
Yes, you are rolling thunder.
If only I could do this in Dammer Hall. Anyways.
Mhm.
Says,
Damn thing.
you're gonna keep waving your hands in the air, you're gonna pay up.
How
Did you ever
much
do
is
this
it,
or
sir?
not?
Everyone talking over the kid trying to ask how much it actually is. Go on, what were you saying, Merrick?
Okay, good.
No, we're both asking the same thing at the same time.
Okay.
How much is it?
Damn wand.
How much was it again, boys? They huddle up. 100 gold pieces each.
Merrick will jump on his hippogriff. I think we could go elsewhere.
All right, cut off the hands. Roll for initiative.
Well, that escalated quickly.
It's almost like they don't see the 7-foot-tall ghost man standing right next to me.
Got to keep it from getting out of hand.
Here I was
You
trying to
can't-
conserve.
You gotta mention him in.
Well, we did say I
Um,
flew in on him, so
So who's all here right now? Sophia, Luca, Theobard, Merrick?
Yeah.
And the hippogriff.
And the hippogriff.
What is the hippogriff's name?
Azure.
The horse's name was Friday. All right. Move you guys over there, and then move over Kirmra.
Oh, now we don't
Where's-
see our turn order.
All right, I'll just put them all back on in a minute. What was the last map we used Kirmra on? Then Carlos.
The one where we attacked by the assassins.
This one,
Yep.
you don't have lighting on this one.
Oh, yeah. If there's no lighting, then you don't need it then.
Well, I don't think this map is one that needs lighting.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think you need to have a clear on here
Dynamic
since
uh,
everyone can
fog
see.
of war is not on. So
So, can you guys see the map or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we can
that's
see
what,
everything.
that's what we're saying.
Yes, that's fine. This map, I don't care if you can see everything.
We're just saying you don't need to bring a token for Kier over here because Kenneth can already see everything.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was confused. All right. So no camera needed. So I should just be able to re-enter these all, and they should show up.
You have to delete the actual turns and then add new turns, otherwise they don't show.
Oh. So
So if
9,
you want to
8,
just, we can just,
3.
you can just delete them and we can just re-roll and add the ones we already rolled to it.
Yeah, just go ahead and do that. These fellas will roll.
Thank goodness my original one was actually better.
Hey, that works out.
Let me throw your hippogriff on here.
Oh.
Did I put your hippogriff on the overworld map?
No, I just dropped in a token real quick so I could roll
Oh,
initiative. on
okay,
it.
cool. I forgot you could put in your own tokens.
It just wasn't the round pog. I'm not sure if that makes a difference. I also can't enlarge it.
It's a large size.
so usually at least one side's bigger than the rider.
Mhm.
Feet for same size, but
Oh, and make sure we get that big chicken over to the boss. He'll love that thing. All right. Merrick, I saw you. Let me move that to the back. There we go. Everyone. I don't know where everyone is.
Eric had just climbed on his hippogriff.
All right, Merrick, what are you doing?
Let me see what this ability is real quick. Yeah, he'll stay where he's at right now in case if anybody else wants to join him, and then just fire a few rounds at. We'll start with the lead one here.
All right, fire him off. That's a hit and a hit.
Point blank
That's
is
right.
already factored into it.
Yep, as they both thunk into the same shoulder.
Then I think feeling insulted by being called a giant turkey or chicken or whatever would 5-foot step up and see what his natural attacks. 2 claws.
I like to imagine the only thing that as your understands, is being called a turkey.
Right. I mean, he does have an intelligence of 9.
He's smarter
Those are
than some
both a hit.
characters I've made.
Yep.
Sophia, what's up?
So for her action, she's gonna go ahead and cast Glitter Dust. It'll target these two guys here, so they need to make a will save to avoid being blinded.
All right. 2 will saves coming right up.
They're both blinded.
Ah, God, if they had gotten those rolls earlier.
Like, let me check what
So
blinded
it does
but
occur to me by auditory hallucination they might not have had to do the save, but we're rolling.
yeah, so they have a -2 to their AC. They lose their dex to AC if they have any. -4 to strength and dex-based skill checks. So they can't perceive anything visually, and have to make a DC 10 acrobatics to move more than half speed. So their AC goes down a lot. 2 in addition to any dex they would lose as well.
Okay, give me a second. I'm still looking for the fucking blinded icon. It should be up near the top, right? B, blinded?
I think so.
Or did I not put these in alphabetical order? I might not have put these in alphabetical order.
Yeah,
it's right in it's right next to the 3 red bleeded, like the bleed red dots.
Oh, thank you. All right, and then their AC goes down by
2
their
plus
dex.
whatever their dex is. Yeah.
2 plus their dex. Okay, you fucked these guys.
She's gonna go ahead and step back to here, and Luca's gonna do Luca things and start overrunning them. So I'm gonna start with this guy, move to this one, and then hit to this one by the end of the turn, because I believe, yeah, he can do that, and then head back to here and try to go over him. So first up, the first overrun attempt, 21 against their CMD.
CMD does not make it.
Oh, they have higher than 21?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And that's with them being denied their dex, right? Because I think blinded reduces that, doesn't it? Oh no, that's skill check. Never mind.
So.
Well, that's all you can do then. Okay, I rolled a 3. I couldn't expect better.
These two are going to blindly lash out at you. What are their rolls at?
It's a normal hit unless they're dex based, but then it's a 50% mischance, I believe.
Yeah, it's total concealment. So if they
All
have
right.
it where he is, they can swing at 50% miss.
All right, we'll just roll the concealment first to see if they even hit. So 1d100, you want high or low to hit?
I want high to hit, so 51 and up, I believe, should hit.
All right. Miss. As they pull out some battle axes, but with both hits. This one up here is going to be pissed off with Merrick, but he's going to try to grapple you.
Merrick specifically?
Yeah.
Does he have improved grapple?
Yes.
Okay. CMD. CMD is 25.
Okay. So you are not grappled. The other thugs are going to jump out from around this corner. But that is their whole turn to get there. Theobard.
All right. Couple questions before I decide here. We're standing on wood. Can I tell this is over water? Like it's just the planks and then drop?
Yeah.
Okay. So hypothetically, if I use my wand of break on the floorboards beneath one of these guys, is there a chance that the floorboards would shatter and they just fall straight through into the water? It obviously wouldn't kill them, but it might take them out of the fight for a few rounds as they swim around.
Sure. Let's make it. So what does break do exactly?
Let me just. There's the spell.
Cool. Medium or smaller, I think, is
Yeah.
gonna
Alright,
get
fair
you
enough.
here.
That's why I have to just ask the questions. As a wizard.
Of course.
Let's see. There's some stuff I could do, but it would immediately highlight me as a fairly sizable target. You know what? Let's just do the smart thing here. Just get a little bit of space over there. And I will cast mirror images on myself. Which is for 3 caster levels, so it's 1d4 plus 2. 5. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Azure the Hippogriff.
All right. Another full round attack, round of claws. See if you can't just back off a bit. And Miracle, likewise, loose a flurry of arrows.
Those arrows from Merrick do miss, though.
Okay.
But he is looking pretty shredded up by that Hippogriff.
Let me
Sophia. What are you doing, young Sophia?
Let me get a box made. Oops, that is the wrong tool. Hold on.
I throw a box full of nails at them.
Not quite, but it is a hungry pit.
Oh no, those are the
So a
worst
spike pit.
kinds of pits.
Spike pit. So reflex of 19, or they fall in the pit.
Reflex of 19 or fall in the pit. 14 or
falls-
fall in the pit.
Let's see. Every 2 levels is 10 feet deep. So they take 3d6 plus 2d6. So they take 20 points of damage from falling and the piercing of the spikes. And if they try to climb out, each round they're in contact with the walls, they'll take 1d6 points of damage as they try to climb up. And the climb is a DC of 20.
All right.
And then it's still Luca's go.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
So gonna try to overrun these guys again. Maybe I'll roll better than a 3.
Do Eidolons act on your turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just
same as
didn't
some
remember.
creatures. So
Cool.
So 29 to overrun the first guy.
That'll do it.
So he'll take 19 points of bludgeoning damage as I just stomp on his face. He falls prone if it succeeds by 5 or more, and then I'm going to move up to the next guy.
It does succeed by 5 or more, so he will go prone.
Next one, it'll be a -2 to this roll, so 29 will also knock this next guy prone for 18. And then I'll try it on the third guy
I think I know what I might do on my next turn. See how their turn
at a
goes.
-4, so a 20 probably won't succeed on the third guy.
A 20 will not succeed on the third guy.
Can I just say, these two are having a bad time. They're blinded and they were just knocked over. Meanwhile, this guy fell in a pit full of spikes, and this guy's surrounded by a bird and a couple guys with weapons.
I do enjoy this. I was thinking about this from last time. We went from a very low magic party to now that we have Sophia and Theobard. It's like illusions, conjuration stuff coming out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, that tends to happen in these games.
All right. So, the Emperor's thugs will now act. I don't know if you can see their name, actually, so maybe
Yeah,
I shouldn't
I
have
can
said
see
that,
it.
but... Okay.
I mean, I see him when you roll, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the problem. Anyways. The one from below Luca is going to stand up, so you're going to get an AOO.
Just check. I do have combat reflexes, so I can do both. So the guy closest to me, it's just going to be a slam attack. 21 to his AC.
21
Should be pretty- I was going to say it should be pretty lowered right now. It's because it's even higher because it's prone.
9. But he still gets up, and this guy gets up. The other guy.
That one will be my Guizon. 26. Or
Yep,
25 points of damage.
Ouch. Leave a pretty sizable gash in this guy's rib cage. But he's going to step up using these carts as a guide, and they're both going to attack you once again.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d1.
mischance, yeah.
Both miss again.
I forgot how much I like glitter dust.
Mm.
Yeah, they're fighting us. They're also all sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
The other one to your north is gonna see you sneaking up from behind and try and take a shot at you as well with his battle axe.
That'll miss.
And definitely miss. And then these northern ones. This one's gonna try to climb out.
Mm-hmm. So it's a DC 20 to climb, and he takes 1d6 points regardless of if he climbs out successfully or not.
Doesn't have climb, so it's just gonna be strength. 11.
Yep. So he can't make any progress. And his friend behind him is stuck because unless he wants to try to leap over the pit.
I've got the cheesiest fucking idea. If he's still there on my turn, I'll see what happens.
I have a feeling I know.
Is it just make the pit look like it closed?
Yep. I mean, your illusion guy was either that or make it look like his friend is at the edge trying to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to assist his friend with his next climb check.
Aw.
Theobard.
All
I mean,
right.
you could make it look like
So
to both of them, the top just sealed up.
So the guy who
Yeah, but
just went to go assist his friend needs to make a reflex save because he ended his turn adjacent to the pit.
Ooh.
It's a +2 to this roll, but he does have to make a reflex save.
What kind of pit is this? It's got a moist rim.
It's
It has
a hungry
a-
pit.
It has.
Yeah, it's
the
sloped.
edges
I thought
of
it was
the
a
pit are
spike
sloped.
pit.
In addition, the edges of the pit are sloped, and any creature ending this turn on a square adjacent to the pit must make a reflex save or with a +2 to avoid falling into it.
Just wait till we fill it with grease and light it on fire.
And he's in the pit with his friend. He takes 14 points of damage on the fall.
What level spell is this, Richard?
So, 3rd level.
Okay, I'll need to keep that in mind for my shadow conjuration.
As he slips in, you hear whoop, 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 whoop. And you just get a soundboard full of fucking cartoon sound effects for when shit
I've
like
been
this
tempted to
happens.
buy a soundboard recently
Yeah.
just for D&D related stuff because they're not expensive really.
Yeah, I have likewise been. But it keeps modifying my plans. There's a time for creativity shenanigans, and then there's a time when you just
Stab.
run over there, and then I'm just going to lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning
Magic
bolt.
missile.
Drop a flaming orb in there.
So DC 18 dexterity or 25 lightning damage on a fail, half that on a success. And these two are blinded, so I think they take a penalty to their.
All right, so it's gonna hit both of those two, right?
Yeah, just the two blinded ones.
All right. Is the reflex save affected by being blinded?
Dang.
It is not. It
If
is
you
skill
want it
check
to be,
specifically.
but-
It said so.
Oh man. You'd think it would be, but
You would think,
Either
but
way-
look at the blinded one. And it says they lose their dex to AC and
All right.
-4 to dex and strength skill checks and opposed perception checks.
yeah. So one guy takes half damage for 12, I believe, and then the other guy who got a natural 1 will take the full 25.
One, the lightning, he seems to ground itself somehow, but the other one fries like a fucking pancake.
Offensive spell. Yeah, well, that's my turn. Would have been the cheesiest thing in the world to make that pit look like it's not there. We will do that eventually.
Oh yeah,
Good.
for sure. Hit him with the old wombo combo.
hmm
All right, Azure.
Inflict trauma.
Inflict claw. I believe it's what it's
Yep, yep.
going to be doing.
Said he's looking rough.
Yeah, he's looking real rough. Second one will hit.
And Merrick will draw back an arrow and kind of point at him and say, and ready to attack and say, "Are you sure you want to give up your life for this?" And do a intimidate check. Well, diplomacy. Let's try them. Both are pretty low, but let's just give it a shot.
All right, I'll tell you what the result is on his turn.
Okay.
So Sophia's just gonna cast grease on the pit, so it's harder to get out.
You live there now.
Oh man.
So like the edges of the entire pit are just greased now. So if they even can climb up, then they have to make a save to not fall in. And Luca's just gonna punch the guy behind him that's blinded. 16. I know its AC's lowered, but I'm not sure if that'll hit or not.
That'll definitely hit. But he is still up.
That's my turn.
All right, we're gonna start with 2 down here, making climb checks to get out of the hole.
They both take 1d6 damage and can't make any progress as they take 6 damage. This last
Yeah, slowly
4.
dying in a hole.
I mean, it has 6 more rounds. They might survive.
All right. This one is going to respond to your question and say, "No!" and run away. Attack of opportunity can be taken if you want.
No, America let him go.
Sophia's gonna be like, "Hey, your friend ran away. If you guys are cool down the pit, we're just gonna leave." Just looks at everyone else. Guys, do you want to just leave? Like, one guy can't see for a few more seconds. The other ones are in a pit. We can just leave.
I'm good to go.
Run away!
Oh, I was about to cast something on that guy, but
Well, he's in the water now.
Never get to imprison people with their own shadows anymore. Kids these days. All
Fucking
right, let's
chin.
go.
Yep, we just leave. Those guys in the pit take another 14 points of damage. They're probably stuck in the pit for the foreseeable future.
I'm kind of curious if Theobald ignites the grease as we walk away and doesn't look back.
Let me see. Sorry, Spark is not one of the cantrips I have prepared right now, and I am not burning a scorching ray.
Fair.
Despite, I was tempted.
I'm
but-
sure it's just a matter of convenience. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I have this gun, but I have to reload it.
Right.
But this group has made it to Old Korvosa, where they can meet up with the others. But we will pause on that and ask Vic and Gear what they are doing.
Well, go fish. Do you have any threes?
I think we're probably waiting for them to show up to go search for this painter.
That's perfectly fine. Just
For the last time, Vic, I keep telling you, this isn't strip go fish. Put your fucking pants on.
Just wanted to loosen my belt.
there's a fucking bio atrium in this fucking building. It's hot. You know how humid it gets in here with a fucking rainforest inside?
Anybody feel like the walls are closing in on them? Really nice to go for a walk.
Does anyone
Only the
feel like that they're just a
metaphorical
rat in a
ones.
cage?
I was about to say a rat in a trap.
Wow.
Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in
Still
a cage.
just a rat in a cage.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
I feel like we're all starting to share brain cells, guys. I'm worried. I don't have enough to spare.
Vic,
So-
in the, I don't know, how many days are we over there at this point?
You've been there most of the week, I think.
He would pursue the sewers to try and see if they connect over to the mainland, or if they just spill straight out into the narrows of St. Alika.
All right. So yeah, you can spend your time just looking into that, and you'll find out that they are two separate sewer systems that be much too complicated to run the pipes under the water.
Yeah. Did he encounter any rat folk on this side of the canal? You know, being able to speak their language and all.
There definitely were rat folk over here, but the largest community in
That's
the
not
Were-Rat
the
sewer.
right word.
Where
That's
rat?
not the right word. Were-rat. Thank you.
Were-Rat. There were were-rats in Old Korvosa, but the biggest den of them, the were-rat sewer den, was, I believe, somewhere at North Point.
Okay. Just curious for the future. Here, I'm back. You're still staring out the window. Come
No,
eventually.
they should be flying in. You'd think they'd just fly straight here, but
Yeah, I'm a little curious as to what's delaying them. Who knows? Meanwhile, back on the ranch.
All right, so sounds like we're waiting for the others to arrive, so we can just skip ahead to arriving at the Arcona Palace grounds for you guys to decide on your next move.
Things going well
Don't
over
all
here?
speak up at once.
Yeah. Checking my record.
Or could probably just kind of be like, are there guards staying around, or is it basically they're left alone and somewhere in the palace and just occasionally station guards? Or
Glorio straight up told you you shouldn't expect not to be spied on while you're in his house.
right. I'm just more curious, like how overt of a presence is it?
And I think we'd leave. And
I mean, they have snakes that can turn into
Yeah.
Devices.
furniture, basically.
So there wouldn't be any guards in the private areas, but you have no idea what vase is actually a snake that's watching you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like we should go ahead and head to the waterfront
Yeah, let's
to
go for a
pursue
trip.
that lead.
See how those bridges fared.
I remember right, we're looking for this guy because he knows where the seneschal might be.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
the last one to commune with him, as far as we know.
So we got quite a lot of territory to cover.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
we
our
want to just do like a
obvious
luck
state.
check and see how long it takes us. Or...
So are you
mean-
splitting up or are you sticking together while you're looking? Because that'll change how much ground you can cover.
I mean, we've been attacked quite a few times since we've been about. We
Yeah.
probably should stick together if we're going to start looking.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps
Yeah.
our search would go faster if one of us who has a connection to the local populace of old Korvosa was able to exploit that goodwill for information.
Yes, I should
Pointedly looking at Kier and Vic.
Yes, I should definitely ask about. Let's see if I can, because we know the dude's name, don't we?
Salvatore
Diplomacy ain't
Screen?
good, but I would hope being a local hero gives me some.
Yeah, Salvador Scream, and I would share that based upon my scrying, he was sitting at a table looking out a window, so he didn't look like a prisoner. He just looked like he was lying low.
So
17.
17,
Can I help
hopefully-
you or aid with your?
I mean, yeah, if you got a better diplomacy as well.
Please hold pulling up the character sheet for the first time.
The first time the whole
characters.
game.
Do we have a little bit of an aside, but do we have a bag of holding or anything like that? I can't remember. What
I
this
have a
guy-
handy
this
haversack.
guy- Okay.
We have one specifically, but yeah, 17 plus whatever local fame gets me.
And all that from Vic. Yeah, he's got a plus 19.
So it's not hard at all to find people who know who Salvatore Scream is. He is a notorious artist whose gruesome and scandalous art is of relatively high esteem by the Korvosan noble houses. His popularity is even more among the lower classes, which is why it's so easy to find people who know him. The only problem you're having at the moment is that he is somewhat of a recluse and does not often maintain the same address for very long.
Yeah, I suppose that is to be expected.
He was here just yesterday, right?
Yes. We should narrow our search down to anywhere where there's at least close to a sewer entrance for which an audiog could be heard.
Yeah, Vic would ask around about that to see if there are any with the city workers, any audiog attacks or locations where they're trying to keep them back down into the sewers. Any recent water main breaks that erupted an audiog?
You've already given me a diplomacy for today. So that might be something you have to do tomorrow, since we've already established we're well into probably, we've taken the first action, and then however long it took you guys to make your way over here, and then you guys have done diplomacies asking around, so it's probably pretty late at this point.
Sure.
At least early evening.
As we're all kind of walking around as this, semi-cohesive group, Merrick would get the others up to speed with what he learned about the Sable Company and what's happening tomorrow.
You're asking who?
No, I'm just getting the other two who are not privy to all the information we gathered from the past session, just so they're all up to speed in character.
Yeah. Bringing that in character and out of character knowledge to equal.
Gotcha.
Expecting some sort of mass arrest of the Marine company.
We'd be lucky if it was mass arrest.
Queen really murder them all?
It'd be stupid if she did not.
If we're right in our assumptions, she already unleashed a plague.
I was gonna say, yeah, she's already been poisoning people basically the entire time. What would stop her from doing this?
That was subvert. This would be very overt.
That's why you just claimed that they were not vigilantes, but like they were trying to undermine her authority, and bing, bang, boom.
Everything going on here in Old Korvosa is the perfect pretense. After all, if she's disbanding the Sable Company, she would not turn hundreds of combat-trained soldiers disgruntled loose into the population that's already in partial insurrection.
I mean, perhaps we should scry on the event tomorrow.
I'm going to be in the tower trying to free the hippogriffs, and if anybody wants to help me take anything of import from there so that the queen has less from what as she strips it down.
Hell yeah, breaking and entering.
No.
What do you have in mind?
If I could just load up a few saddlebags on the hippogriffs and just stock it with, anything of significant. We could always do weapons and all that stuff, but maybe even some similar, I don't know. Sure, there's some things of value there beyond weapons and all that, but the way I see it is the more we take from there, the more we take from the queen.
I'm okay with freeing the hippogriffs and potentially using them on our side at one point, but you take it that much further and it does look more like breaking and entering than
Fair.
helping the side that's down.
I mean, you can just think of it like you're keeping it from people who are going to use it nefariously.
I'm taking it from the people that killed the people that live there, or presumably are going to kill them.
The side we're on, his forces are pretty well armed, right? And supplied.
Probably his guards are.
Yeah, well,
they're not wanting for
but
weapons.
few in number.
It's not really anything such as too supplied in a war, really.
The actual
you have to carry it with you.
The actual palace guards would be very well supplied with weapons of Fudrani origin, but any peasant rebellion you guys would have to muster up would need a source of weapons.
I still
Of
believe
course.
that entertaining this idea of championing in an arms direction is foolishness. We'd be better off standing behind the scenes and continuing our investigation subtly.
I think I missed that first part. What instead of what?
Just, I was saying the idea of entertaining leading an armed insurrection is
Oh.
foolishness. You're not characters from a starry-eyed Andorian storybook. A few scraped together swords and then bows from a guard tower is not going to be the blow that strikes the queen down.
But the more we rob from the rich and give to the poor.
Honestly, I'm more. I guess it's just sentimentalist in me. That's more wanting to save, significant artifacts or what have you from there.
Sure, if there are artifacts in there, then absolutely.
Then you agree to weakness.
Sure. But if I'm gonna be there freeing the hippogriffs anyways, I could grab a few things while I'm on my way out.
So you lot are going back south of the river tomorrow, or tonight.
Yeah, just a short jaunt in the day while as the company is making their way to whatever prey ground.
Yeah, the square right there.
Yeah.
I have no control over your actions, Orphan. But I will not be aiding you in this particular endeavor.
Fair enough.
Sentiment has buried more skilled warriors than you.
Yeah, to be fair, the hippogriffs are more than sentiment, but
I shrug and puff on my long Gandalf pipe.
Plus, if we don't get rid of them, they're going to have air superiority. Because I'm pretty sure wasn't most of her entourage former Sable Company people?
yeah.
Yep.
So,
So yeah, definitely don't want them to have air superiority.
Fair enough, Dad.
Not when they've already surrounded us by water.
All right, where's everyone sleeping tonight?
Are we going tonight to free them, or is it tomorrow during like their?
Tomorrow when the company is being summoned.
Well, this is what it floats out, is because of the hazards of going in and out of Old Korvosa, Theobald would possibly look into someplace to stay here in Old Korvosa unless people are really fixated on wanting to do more scrying tomorrow, because I left my full body silver mirror back at my house. Because it's not something you can just carry around. So
let's see if there's one at the Arcona place. I'm sure they.
I
Do we really want
rather
them to know where we're looking?
Yes. If you wish to put your faith in a literal den of vipers, literal, that is
It
your
isn't
choice.
that I have faith in them. It's that their enemy is also the queen. So
I have
Scrying
to agree.
on the queen's event, but I can appreciate not wanting to get entangled with them. It's been a mixed bag at best.
We should ask. They may be showing the event on the big scrying mirror in the family hall.
They wheel out.
God
the
damn it, Vic! Stop
transport
trying to invent television.
We just heat these corn kernels in a pot.
We don't even have radio yet. We don't need this.
Like every
Video
month.
did kill the radio star.
We don't even know what that means.
Like every fantasy setting that tries to make magical smartphones a thing.
My God, it's so often too.
I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's not great.
So Theobald, Old Korvosa is kind of the poorest district here. So most of the taverns and such you're going to be looking at are maybe not up to your caliber.
Caliber?
But
What?
they're
I knew someone was going to make that.
Yeah. I
no, the real
resisted.
word.
Theobald would complain, but he does cleave to practicality when the time comes. But if everyone's dead set on the scrying, then he's going to make a greater effort. Because I still have some spells left to get back to the East Shore. I'm just feeling out what everyone else wants.
And I feel like someone should probably at least see the event so that we know what happens. I imagine he's going to let the Griffins out either way, but because I don't remember them discussing a signal other than doing it during the event.
Yeah.
Well, I
said-
guess Merrick needs to leave
I
here
feel like
anyway.
I feel like I can make it into the crowd and watch without being detected if I can get over there.
Any chance you could send me off with a bit of invisibility on me and Azure to at least get in without issue?
Yeah, I can lend you 2 extracts.
Excellent.
Take a minute because I think I left them unprepared. But
So wait, are you going in solo, or am I coming?
Fine,
with
if you want to come, you could. You certainly appreciate the help.
Yeah, Sophia's willing to do it.
All right.
Vic's also willing to go. He just doesn't have a way.
Sounds like but the point is, it sounds like that we're trying to leave Old Korvosa for tonight.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to nail down.
Yeah.
At least a
All
good
right.
portion of the party.
Yeah. So how do we want to get out of here, Scooby Gang?
I mean, I could carry one other, or yeah.
I wonder if I have anything I can actually summon yet that can actually carry us.
Although I could probably ferry some people to and from the shore here, and you could just walk around.
That's a long fucking walk, man.
Fair,
That's gonna be
yeah.
like we're getting home at sunrise. Long walk.
Once we free the hippogriffs, if you had a few that knew you well and they came back here and answer a lot of these logistical problems.
Do you have
I can
any
summon
training?
some sharks and we can go for a ride. That's about the best I can do right now.
Fine, that's a way
Bad
across.
Yep.
When you guys join the stable company, you'll be able to get the feet too.
Well, if Merrick and I want to just fly back the way we came, I can throw up another illusion to cover us.
I'm fine riding a shark.
You lot go ahead and head south, then I will try again tomorrow to find this man's whereabouts.
I guess my skills may be better used here as well. Here's something I forgot to have as part of Inquisitor. It's just part of his type of Inquisitor.
Well, if you guys are continuing the search, that's Theobald's primary thing, so I'll stay with you and Old Korvosa, and team break into the tower can find their own way then.
I could just, instead of summoning sharks, I could just ride with Merrick then to get across. I mean, Sophia wouldn't know, but we still have that abandoned house if we need to lay low somewhere.
Yeah. I can stick with the short stacks to find this guy. A wizard, a dwarf, and a halfling, just like Tolkien intended.
The gnome?
Mm-hmm.
I forget.
It's basically a halfling.
Gnomes and
touched.
halflings are way too fucking similar. And they shouldn't They shouldn't be two different things.
Yeah.
He is officially a gnome, but I haven't ever
Yep.
used the gnome magic I have. So.
But yeah, I'll stay in Old Korvosa along with them. I'll find an inn or something, because fuck going back to that house. You'll be without scrying, but I think it's more important to try to find this fella.
Mhm.
And those other two can go break into the tower tomorrow.
All right. You check into the Soggy Boot. Wonderful establishment.
Sounds right.
Just lower 1 gold piece, because I assume between food and basic provisions and housing, that'll probably add up to around there.
Yep.
Shall re-prepare my spells.
All right, Vic, you staying at the Arconas again tonight?
Yes.
Sophia, where are you going? If you're saying something, you're muted.
Oh, I said I was going with Merrick, so.
Okay.
I say, like, if we have no other option to hide out on the other side, we could just go to the abandoned house that the fortune teller was in at the beginning of the campaign.
Works for me.
And Kier, were you staying on this side or going with them?
Staying in Old Korvosa.
Gotcha. All right. American Sophia, go ahead and give me stealth as you get across. You're not going to have Theobard's illusion to help you out this time.
I mean, if you want to ride with me, since
Well, I am riding with you.
Yeah.
But I still probably have to lay low a little bit, which doesn't like. Sophia just completely forgot that she's supposed to lay low and is like just like doing that thing where she's like half off the saddle, just leaning down to see the view of the city.
Wow. It looks just as shitty as it smells.
Merrick hits her with a glide spell just to be safe as she leans over, like,
But averaging out your 2 rolls, you guys, and including that it is nighttime as well, you guys will make it across without any guards seeing you. Which means I think we can go ahead and continue on to the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da-da, the day is here.
all right. So I think with this day, what time was the announcement supposed to take place?
It'll take place around 1 p.m.
Okay. Do we just want to wait on like this side of the water so that as they get summoned in, we could kind of watch as they depart, and then
Like, where are you pointing? I didn't see it.
just on this side of the river, since as I recall, this is the stable company tower.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm zoomed out. There it is. Okay, yeah.
So just on this side of the.
So if we want to go in stealthily and we wait for them to leave, if we want to just cross the water, I can summon something and then summon something that can climb as well, unless we want to just fly in.
Probably just
Depends on how
fly in.
stealthy
That
we want to go.
might be easiest just to fly in
Yeah.
and just go straight to the stable.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah. As the hour gets closer, what's everyone else doing? So before, let's say noon, what's everyone else doing?
Yeah, probably prepping to set out
Investigate.
or investigate directly on that.
Yeah. Meet
probably
up with the
Wade
other
Street,
two.
I guess.
All right, you're investigating the location of Salvatore. Is that what I heard?
Yep.
Okay. You can give me a diplomacy or knowledge local.
Probably Vic's diplomacy would carry a lot here because he's got the highest bonus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Knowledge local's untrained, but it would have been a plus.
I'll knowledge local to aid. Yeah, take that +2 to your 41.
Might as well do that too, since it's untrained. Hey, if it stacks.
Yep. So that's 45.
All right. You actually meet a man, and he says, "Yeah, I live next to him, but my house ended up falling into a sinkhole. We were neighbors, so that doesn't exist anymore. But if you're looking for Salvatore, you're gonna want to go to 140 Wave Street.
Yep.
That's his current stomping grounds."
He would thank him and apologize for his unfortunate falling house,
And offer him a great interest rate.
and
Yeah.
ask if he had insurance on his home, and if not, would he care to take out a policy in the future?
I'm taking
Contact me.
donations. We take card.
It's a literal money pit. Probably the origin of that expression.
So they are skedaddling around, investigating, asking questions. Merrick and the others, you start to see Sable Company Marines start to file out of the Great Tower and start a march down toward Castle Korvosa.
Let's sneak our way in now. So pop those invisibility potions. How long do they last? Gear?
We're sorry, Kier cannot come to the phone right now.
Probably at least minutes per level. So yeah, once we see them, starting to file out,
Yeah.
we'll fly across invisibly and make our way pretty much straight towards the stable.
You see Grey Maidens outside, waiting for them all to march out and exit. And as the last one exits, they make sure to lock up the door, and the Grey Maidens run out, but are unable to get in currently.
The Grey Maidens are trying to get in? Or are
Yeah.
they just... Okay. Okay. I think at this point it's a... So where's the stable located? Is there like a lot of doors in between, or what's... I guess how long will it take for them to get in?
You actually did this the most efficient way. The stables would be on the utmost section of the tower, which is where you would come in from. So you could get this done pretty quickly if you wanted to before anyone could get up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we want to go real fast, I can also haste us, and just your bird will just go lightning speed across the waters.
Yeah. Okay. I would, at the very least, try to get some saddlebags on a few of them and load it with hippogriff food and stuff like that. See if I can't get those supplies.
It's easy enough. You know where it all's stored.
Yep. And Merrick will...
You could just also throw a bunch of that stuff into my handy haversack because it's pretty empty right now.
Yeah. So yeah, Merrick will be giving instructions to Sophia and Luca to how to put on the saddlebags, or at the very least start loading this stuff, as he's the one kind of getting all that stuff fitted and secured. Going to basically barricade the door, and just to basically make them have to bust down the door to get in once they reach that point. And if at all possible, grab, like, if they have like camp supplies there or something, because he's at this point, Merrick's plan is to basically guide them all into just a remote portion of the forest or field somewhere. And just
Absolutely, part of the Sable Company's job is to go outside of the walls and protect Korvosa's holdings, so there would absolutely be camping supplies.
so this is probably just Merrick's probably
Yeah.
going through this like a quick muster, right? He's sudden mobilization, so this is pure rhythm for Merrick as he's kind of giving orders and making sure everything's stowed away. If at all possible, would I be able to find a composite longbow with a strength rating of 1+1? He's not gonna like leave his task to do this if it's like there's a local armaments or anything like that.
Just give me a 1d100.
Okay. You?
Among all of the things, you would find what you're looking for. You would find it's a pretty simple piece of gear that this faction would have.
Probably one of the more common, yeah. So okay.
Plus one composite longbow, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he would just basically get as many of the hippogriffs kind of loaded up and strapped up as possible, and even use his last level of cleric using his speak with animals to just kind of talk to them, as he has so many times in the past, with the exception of very recent history, and just kind of give them the plan that they're all to follow him, and that they're going to be setting up camp outside of town, just like any other drill.
All right, they're all perfectly willing to listen.
All right, and I think with all that kind of, once I get everything loaded up as possible, and ideally before the Grey Maidens make their way in, we're going to flock out. And
It's the flying V.
Yep, cinematically, as you all get into your formation and launch out of the top of the tower, the Grey Maidens bust down the door, having made their way from the bottom to the top, only just to be able to see you fly away.
Merrick with the biggest middle finger raised as high as he can, even if they might not be able to see him.
Cut. Let's take us to Group B. So around 12, the criers are sent out, and the 1 hour notice of the Queen's address is given. What are the other party members doing?
Closing in on that house, I'd imagine.
Yep. Assuming it's on the side, right?
I mean, yeah, we would know that. Wave Street is right there. So.
And we got a direct address.
Oh, yeah.
So just a question of how long it takes us to get there.
Yeah, I put it into my GPS.
Yeah, you would be able to get there. Is there anyone who's going to be observing the address as it happens? Because that is
I don't have
kind of
resources for
I think Vic
Right.
said he was going to.
I was going to, but then I changed
Yeah,
my
but now
mind
he's with
because
us. Okay.
just
Okay.
logistically, how to get over there was
Gotcha.
more of a problem because he can't really get away on his own.
Yeah.
Also-
Okay. So
I would like to add in Vic's GPS. GPS stands for Galarian Pathfinding Service.
nice. Yes. Prioritizing finding Salvatore's scream,
Mm-hmm.
the party instead chooses to venture out to the address 140 Wave Street to find him.
How many precautions do you think I should set here? In case he tries to run or something.
I assume there's no amount of them that make you feel good, but however many you think is wise.
I haven't felt good in years. Do we wish to approach in a degree of honesty, or should I think of disguises and that sort of thing?
I mean, I don't think we have any reason to hide from him, other than your general disdain for public.
Very well.
I think Kira and I are relatively known entities at this point. If you wish to disguise yourself, maybe that's wise. I've been wrong on this matter in the past. So
Yeah, I use the shawl of shadowy disguise, which is basically just like a hood that makes my face darkened. So I clearly look like a guy who is human in robes, but you're not exactly certain the exact person.
So you guys arrive at the building.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I'm more worried about is the audiogs that they had.
It is a leaning, decrepit building, not far from many of the now ruined bridges that connect Old Korvosa to the mainland. You can clearly see the sinkhole where something has fallen into the river there. Probably a house that was half supported on stilts anyways.
do we want to go in invisible or just knock on the door?
You can knock on the door. I shall cloak myself with invisibility just in case.
Let's go ahead and bring a turn order just to structure this a little bit.
Yep.
9 again. Getting lots of low initiatives with Theobar, but I don't feel as bad about it this time because I don't have that high of a dex or a bonus to it. So
You're not supposed to get high with a wizard. Well, wizards do get high. That's what the dillyweed is for.
Exactly.
It depends what kind of wizard you're going for. I mean, if you're focusing on rays, you definitely want the dex.
I mean, I got a solid +2.
Should I go in as a agent of the Bank of Abadar or disguise my cloaks?
Are you even actually still an agent of the bank?
Have you returned since everything?
I'm still an agent of Abadar. They are just taking the wrong side right now at the bank, but that's because they don't have all the information that we have.
I feel like Theobard and Kier exchange a look at that before shifting our focus back to Vic.
So it's logical. Just think about it from their perspective. Anyway, don't think about it right now. Let's go. He'll just flip his robe around so it's not the Abadar robe.
Yes, and this is the street door there.
I think so.
Yeah, I'll
Excuse
just
me.
pop one of these on myself. Just to be certain.
Differentiate your 15 and up.
Yep, so I think
That's
that's
30 feet for Vic.
it's Kier
All
next.
right. Gear.
Shouldn't your full move be at least a 40?
Yeah, but he's walking. He's not running.
Yeah, he's got 30 move speed for
This is like light role play time. We don't have to. Sweat the math too
Well,
hard.
keep up. But anyway, we've also got the thing set to 1 foot squares.
I'll
Don't see any windows.
throw out a quick perception. See if there's anything stirring in that sinkhole, just in case. 16.
Michael might be muted. Yes, he be.
You definitely hear something sloshing around down there.
All right. Also, I don't think my token has vision. I can see, but only because Kier can see.
Let's see. Dynamic gliding vision. Ooh.
There we go. Thank you.
So you're looking in. Are you trying to look in through that window, Vic?
That's a window?
Yeah, that's a window right there.
Oh, sorry, guys. This is a window. Yes, he's going to look through.
Yeah,
And the door's on the other side.
Guess you were muted when we asked if that was the street door.
Sorry.
So the turn owner just disappeared.
I step into the window, and the man is staring right back at me. Oh, look, he's still staring out the window.
It's a hallway.
The hallway has 3 doors, guys. I suggest we go around to the other side.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Just realized I forgot a door here, so I'm adding it now.
Wait. Nope. I think there's a door here.
Yeah, right here.
One of these days, we'll do an encounter as a full party again.
Well, I told you guys if you kept splitting the party, I wasn't gonna hold up.
I mean,
anything.
I also do appreciate the fact that we're doing this and we're
Yo.
keeping it in character of what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I'm not complaining. I'm just observing.
It's weird. I can't move Kier from that square now.
Huh? It might be the walls fucking you up.
Yeah, did
Oh,
my
God.
token just disappear to anyone else? Oh, there I
Yeah.
I did too.
Got sucked under me for some reason.
Well,
Yeah.
what the hell is going on now?
It's like
All
I'm,
right, guys. This is definitely fucked up. We need to get out of here.
it's like
It
I'm hitting
does-
some. It's like I have an invisible wall that I can't move my token past.
Where is it? Yeah, it's like I can't figure out what it's done. What the fuck?
Oh wow,
Yeah,
it's
like
moving
I
me
can't-
5 at a time now.
Like I can't set
If I
myself
move
I
down.
said it. Wait.
Yeah, it looks
I
like you
said-
might have set the entire scale, like the grid scale, because the square looks like a 5x5 now.
Oh.
Oh, that's hilarious. I added the wrong thing on accident. That was so confusing. Okay, cell distance is 5 feet. And then I'll probably have to reset. Nope, this was still.
There we go.
Thank
Okay.
God. I was so fucking confused. Because I've got the grid on the map just for
Yep.
prosperity's sake. So when I have it saved, I still have the grid. Thank God we got that figured out. Okay.
Mhm.
Gear, what are you doing?
I guess coming around to knock on this door. It's all perception. If there's no immediate answer.
All right. That perception. Let's see. I want to see if you would actually hear anything.
Don't tell him we're home.
Yeah, you would definitely hear rummaging around inside.
Well, someone's home.
How long do you wait at the door? Is the question.
At least for them to come alongside.
All right, Theobald.
Meanwhile, I guess I'll see if it's locked. And we say that, but most of this type of time period lock is like a bar. Comes out the door rather than stops the handle from turning.
Gonna glance around the backside.
Well,
Here.
you're able to tell easy enough without using an action that it's not locked.
I can while I'm invisible. It's a double move, but I want to glance through that window there. I can give a stealth check if you would like.
Yeah, give me a stealth as you do this. You'll probably succeed.
26 because invisible.
Okay.
What's the guy's name we're looking for again?
Salvador Scream.
Salvador Scream. Because really we want to find the other S-word guy.
All right, You're good. You peek through this window. That's what you see.
Is there any sort of roll I can do for that? Like if that person's got anything that I would recognize on person?
Oh, for sure you can give me a knowledge religion roll.
Wow, bad roll, but 14 I'll just keep it because I don't want to use my one reroll right now.
Looks like a pretty how would you describe it? Hardcore elf chick. She's got spike chain around her waist. But you're not able to super discern anything from the angle you're at other than that.
Yeah, because I got like a out of character guess, but like out of character, I would guess Zonkathon, but that's probably my entire little turn there.
Vic.
Vic's gonna head up to the door, go ahead and open it and take a step in and announce himself of we're looking for that guy's name. I assure you we are here just for questions and conversation. I think we can help your friend. And try diplomacy to sound very, very religiously convincing. Probably some pretty hard negatives for someone who's breaking and entering.
All right. You enter a small entryway filled with must and mildew, coming from the mud tracked over the floorboards. It looks as if a small army has marched through the room. Into the south, there is a... yes, recently. And you see a single empty set of shelves to the south. To your response, you can go ahead and end the turn order because she gonna come in here and say, I think we might be looking for the same guy.
Perhaps we could help each other. I'm Vic Hammerhand, the Visitor of Abadar, and who are you?
My name's Leori Voss.
Leori? To what extent are you pursuing him?
As she moves away from that desk, Theobald, you see sitting on top of it 6 skulls.
Does that mean anything to me in particular? Besides just obviously
Just
being deadly.
6 human skulls. Nothing other than that.
Yeah, that figures.
Do you judge the quality of the skulls?
Trinkets.
I guess if possible, I want to quickly see if this door behind here is unlocked.
Yep, it's unlocked.
All right. Quick detect magic. Any sort of magical oobahs around here on this
Nope.
door? All right. And I
Nope.
want to silently open the door. And go completely still.
Yep.
And I imagine something else is happening in the foyer at this moment.
Yeah.
Did she respond at all?
What was it you asked her?
Oh, why
The
was
noise,
she
I think.
pursuing him?
She says, "Oh, my patrons are a fan of his artistic talent, and they wanted me to summon him forth to our home country."
Now, yeah, sense motive.
Yeah, go ahead. She seems
Also,
genuine about that.
Okay. I haven't ever used discern lies, but we talked about it one time and just said that because he's got quiet still spell, he should be able to do it without someone detecting it, because that would ruin his whole Inquisitor gig. Are you cool with that? That had been your ruling, but that had been a long ass time ago.
Let's go over it one more time.
So we all debated with his Inquisitor ability to discern lies, whether it could be done without someone realizing he was doing it. And you were of the position that it should be able to. And then I also got the feat quiet and still spell, so that
Yeah,
even further.
I'm still of that opinion, definitely.
Okay. So he would use that quickly while she was answering. See if she is lying.
Nope, no lie detected.
And what country would that be? Julia.
She would say none other than the nation of Nidal.
That would be a geography roll to see if I know Nidal. Because I, out of character, don't know it.
If you thought Cheliax was bad.
Ten's usually enough for common information.
I mean, it's not like it's a secret nation.
I know, right?
Literally shares the southern border of where we are now.
Yeah, you definitely have information no matter what. It's definitely it's not a secret.
Cope doesn't know what they are. Is that like the undead nation or the really terrible one?
So, due to an ancient pact made out of a desperate necessity, it is a country controlled throughout its entire recorded history by the followers of Zan Kuthan.
Very lawful evil, to be fair, but
we need some information from him before you take him back to your lands. But this was our lead as to where he was. He's not here.
Well, then I say we take this as a bit of divine providence and use it as an opportunity to work together and locate our man.
Well, let's see if there's any clues around here as to where he has gone. Start doing a search, keeping one eye always on the lady from the very, very bad place.
She said, oh, yes, I found this while I was rummaging around the place looking for clues. It didn't mean anything to me, but maybe to some locals. It could be something. And she hands you over a piece of torn cloth. Anyone looking at it, give me a knowledge local. Or knowledge nobility.
The most casual way to hand off an exploding rune, by the way.
That would be fantastic.
I'm in another room.
This look like common to you?
Could you pull this pen and hold this for me?
Hey, does this smell like chloroform?
This knock-knock joke will blow your mind.
I got
Both are
nothing.
untrained
Maybe-
from
maybe
so
it's here.
X I can get technically is 10.
Need to find your wizard friend because I got a +9 to knowledge local.
Got a +8, but I just rolled like poo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Turns out the Curse of the Crimson Throne is about our dice.
None of you are able to identify it immediately. Perhaps having one of your allies take a look.
Maybe Theobald knows something about it. He's been here for a good while. Where? Looks like here. Looks around.
Went around the other
The
way.
more the merrier.
I think he went around the back. So,
She would say, oh, then he's probably entering through the back door.
most likely.
And then lead you
So-
through the hallway into this office area.
Bumps into him.
Well,
Flatten
doors-
myself up against the window.
the door's
fucking-
open, but I
the third skull.
can't seem to find... Give me perceptions, everyone, as you enter the room.
26.
What is that hot breath over here?
Well,
I
Fear
gotta take
sees
off.
you.
Oh, why do you roll? Sneak wise, just one at the 6 plus the 20 from Invis.
It's a 26. So Kier sees me.
Wait, if you're holding still invisible, does that increase to +40 or something?
I think so.
Listen,
Anyway.
feeling out the conversation, guys. I didn't hear what you were saying in the other room.
Vic looks out the door. I don't see Theobald out there. But
It's quite a
Let's-
collection of skulls. Are they his?
Oh, no, I brought those with me.
How long have you been
And-
staking this place out?
Well, I only got into the city after they started letting people back in. I heard there was a plague about.
I was,
Oh.
yes.
how long have you been staking this place out?
Yeah, she would have said that she only came across the address today. As she said, a piece of divine providence that you've all met.
And is there any kind of knowledge roll I can know about the importance of those skulls? Like religion or something?
I mean, knowing anything about Zonguth would tell you skulls are pretty important to that religion as a symbol. You could also just ask her what the skulls are about.
I was going to say, the skulls, were you trying to set up some kind of divination ritual to figure out where he is?
Oh no! You see, my patrons back in Nidal, they've commissioned me to locate and bring forth many artists from your city. However, artists who create the kind of thing that my patrons a door, well, I can't stop them from killing themselves.
Slow nod.
So those are the skulls of other artists you've been trying to find.
Well, I mean, how else am I supposed to prove that I actually came here and looked for them?
Makes sense to me. I just didn't understand why you took the time to put them out on the desk here.
Oh, I've been casting Speak with Dad with them to see if I could locate where he's gone, but it doesn't seem like any of them knew him very well.
Quick sense motive?
She's being genuine.
Jesus
All
Christ,
right.
that sense motive.
Theobard's just
That's
flattened up against the wall, like, go to a different room.
Oh, that's
My leg is
doesn't have
crapping.
It would be awkward if I just
So-
appeared now.
Let's do a
So
quick.
this scrap of fabric aside, do you have any other ideas where he might be?
Well, I was hoping some locals might be able to help with that.
Yeah, Theobald should be around here somewhere. Poked his head back out the back door. Let's let's look around. Sometimes I'm
there
good
were
at finding clues.
Adiogs skulking on the pipes by the sinkhole. You don't think those could have gotten him, do you?
If they did, there might not even be a skull left.
Well, that'd be a bad way to go out. Let's toss these rooms and see if we can find any clues first. Search through drawers and desk over here. Theobald's now climbed up on top of this table.
All right.
It's not even that I fear for my life. It would just be weird to be like, you've been in this room invisible the entire time.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a good time to stop.
It's literally just social anxiety.
We've all been there.
Oh God, they don't know I'm here.
Toss the room. Takes 6 minutes. Theobald's invisibility wears off when he's standing on the desk to avoid bumping into anyone.
Just gargoyling up there.
Fucking asshole.
So,
Not 6 minutes. That's a long time for not knowing where Theobald is.
this room appears to have served as Salvatore's art studio, and most of what's in here is just half-finished paintings leaning up against walls and sketches and such.
You could probably have just squeezed past, especially like Kier. It's not like
I
you
was
take up
literally
the whole
about
5.
I was about to cast auditory hallucination, have all of you hear the front door open and slam to try you away.
Entering this next room, it appears to have once been a combination kitchen and storeroom, but now it seems that a bewildering riot of brightly colored fungus and mold has grown over the tables and cupboards, with swaths along the floor and walls, but it seems to be thickest to the southwest, where puffy sheets of yellow fungus cover several objects so completely it is impossible to make out what lies underneath.
He's going to step back and use a cantrip to search that room through at a -5. That way he's not in there anymore.
All right.
Kira, that might be your kind of thing. Maybe some of those are alchemical reagents at this point.
Yeah,
Try knowledge nature and looking at them, but
you're a gnome. Your people are all about mushrooms, right?
13. Yeah.
So does your sift ability do anything to clean the objects?
No, it just
Yeah.
allows you to search without physically touching anything.
What does that mean? Like it tells you what's in there?
It would search for any hidden features such as secret doors, traps, or hidden treasure.
It's a perception check just without needing to physically interact.
It's like a long distance perception for those things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a divination spell. It lets you detect anything that could be perceived with sight or touch. So I guess it's up to you if it actually disturbs the area, if that's what you're after.
All right. Well, among the painting supplies is a full jar of marvelous pigments, but it is covered thoroughly in that yellow fungus.
It can stay right there.
Is that to know what the fungus was there here?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. The fungus is yellow mold.
That stuff's mildly dangerous.
Slowly close this door
Yeah.
back.
Probably be a good idea. Unless you want to burn it out.
Did you say burn it out?
It's yellow
Well,
mold.
You have one of your things you could toss in there, close the door, and not burn the house down?
Perhaps, but
Where's the fun in that?
I mean,
Are you sure your friend is coming?
I cast auditory hallucination. All three of them hear the sound of the front door opening and slamming shut with footsteps into the foyer. It has no verbal components. It's just somatic. And I
Okay, so we
believe
found Theobard's weakness, embarrassment.
So
Oh,
Yeah,
that must be him coming in through the front.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm
Theobald?
still debating on the plan of burning
as
out the
I
yellow mold.
leave, I feel so stupid for trying to do this, but it's perfect. Kier is still staring at the door. I de-invisible right then and there. And I'm like, be fucking cool. And I just go over and I like try to look really cool sitting at the desk like I've just magically smoking on my pipe.
Huh, that was the weirdest thing. Oh, is this him?
Oh, yeah.
My hood up, fully cloaked in shadows. I tap my pipe on one of the skulls. Like the collection you have here. I'm going to roll my bluff now. 20. I think I'm holding it together.
I don't know. I mean, we could try if you think anything's actually hidden amongst it.
Well, there's
But is
a fancy paint set over there that I don't really value, and I'm not going into the moldy room to get it. If it's valuable enough, it'll survive your fires. I think that's how it works.
Pulled it up. Fire destroys it, but I don't know if fire damage alone would count. It's kind of more of a. I mean, they listed it as a terrain hazard, so.
Mm.
I'm not worried about recovering the paints either way.
Anyway, oh yes, fish the cloth out the pocket and pass it over so Theobald could take his roll at it.
Let's see. 22. Marginally better than the other two.
Highest we got was an 11.
Luckily, there is an insignia still on this piece of cloth, and you are able to identify it as the insignia of the Seneschal of Castle Korvosa.
Ah, here's your problem. You didn't turn it over. This is the insignia for the Seneschal of Castle Korvosa. Does appear we are on the right track then.
Yeah.
Oh, are you looking for him too?
Yes, he's who we need to ask the artist about. He was the last person seen with him.
Ooh, political intrigue.
Is there any other kind?
Well, I say we're losing daylight. Let's get out on the road and start searching for Salvatore. Before he fucking hangs himself off one of these docks.
This was our
won't-
last lead as to where he was.
Won't be much of a problem as far as the hangings go. Not many docks left. I do fear you have quite trapped yourself in this city.
What did you call me?
Nothing?
He said you might be trapped here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, she just starts muttering. I was locked in a room once, a rubber room.
A rubber room. A rubber room with chains.
Good God. We're gonna sense motive to that. Lady going crazy.
If she doesn't have any further clues about his whereabouts, then we're back to square one, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we're back to diplomancing our way around town.
Indeed.
Give me a moment. I'm just going to quickly do a sweep of as much of that place with detect magic as possible, just to be sure.
And opened that top door, but never went in it.
There was nothing else magical.
All right. Well, I tried.
I
stood
assume
on-
that last room was his bedroom. Was there anything important in there we'd searched in?
In the bedroom. Yes, actually. Anyone who wants to give me a survival check.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
Yeah, I mean, +2 and untrained.
And Leori
trained
will give
for that.
her best crack at it now that she's joined the team.
Ah, so she's a crack addict. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was the other elf.
Ah. You know, they kind of just blend together after a point, you know.
Their ears all look the same.
She will have gone ahead and assisted Vic and push him up above the number to realize that the muddy tracks from the first room come into the bedroom. It appears there was some sort of struggle here. There is a splash of dried blood that decorates one pillow and muddy boot prints across the wooden floor.
Any chance, since they're pretty recent, we could track them? Or tell how many sets there are?
Yeah, give me another survival as you guys try to track these muddy boot prints.
And also, is this the mud from the river between the mainland and here? Somebody help me out.
I'm not trained in survival.
Oh, that's got plus 3 to it to follow tracks. Or to ID tracks. So that'd be a flat 21 if somebody can assist.
Do you have to be trained in survival to use it?
No, but I have no ranks in it either, and I just feel like Theobald wouldn't be a tracker.
All right, Leori will help you out then. But it won't be much of much help. Or is the DC? What's the DC for assist?
10.
Is it 10? Okay, it won't be
Yeah.
of much help.
It reaches a point at higher levels where it becomes laughable that you need to roll.
So 23.
All right. So you track these muddy footprints on through the roads until you come across what looks like a couple of tenement buildings that have been attached through rickety structures, and one of which seems not to have a roof at all.
In for a penny, in for a pound. I say we follow the tracks.
I don't know. We might want to get a hold of our friends and have a few more numbers. If they are holding him here, whoever took him by force is definitely in there, and I doubt they're alone.
Leori, do you fight? Does she have a weapon
I
on her?
can. Yeah, she says I can hold my own.
Dear, if we wait, these are fresh tracks. He may be dead tomorrow.
I want to look up at the sky. Is there like a fuck ton of hippogriffs soaring overhead, going for the coastline about now?
Absolutely.
I do not
Nice.
believe we would have to wait long if it came down to it. I say, without commenting on the sky, just looking up.
Look up like, hell, you got any way to get hold of him?
Perhaps we should use patience for the time being. Perhaps observe this spot from a distance for an hour or so. See if anyone comes in and out. It's better than charging in blindly. Out of carrier, stall for us to cut to the other people to see what they're doing.
Yep. Let's go ahead and cut.
Did Merrick have any idea what your guys' plan was while he was bringing the hippogriffs? Or
Still be searching, I imagine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been like a secret.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he wouldn't have known which house we went to, kind of thing.
But it depends if you want to see the cut scene of what happens to the Sable Company or not.
I do.
Would I have time to fly the flock of hippogriffs into, just across the river into the woods here, and then, kind of fly back and just observe?
I mean, Sophia could always watch it and then tell us about it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, she could always have, Merrick will say he's got it from here if you want to.
So you want me to kind of check out what's going on in the Domina Square?
Yeah, I'm very curious now that the hippogriffs are safe. I just got to know. But I've still got to make sure I get them all squared away. And
yeah, I can go take a look at what's going on there.
Okay, and I don't know, where do you want to meet after? Or do you want to track down the others as they search for the?
Well, once the square's done, I can just make my way towards the crossing and just summon something to swim across, or have the dad be summoned.
Okay, all right, that works. I'll try to reconvene with you wherever, but if worst case scenario, I'll probably be at Theobard's tonight.
Yeah, that works. So she'll go figure out what's going on at the Domina Square. I will make a disguise attempt. Let's see. So 26 for a disguise as I make my way to the Domina Square after I get dropped off somewhere. I imagine he just flies low enough for me to hop off onto a street and then head over there.
Yep.
So I'll leave Michael to decide if he wants to do that first, or have you guys do the infiltration first.
All right. So we're saying that Sophia's not going to be there for going into the tenement buildings then.
Sounds like no.
I mean,
sounds
at
like I'm going
present,
to.
neither is Loki. So
Yeah. Because we were just gonna wait for like an hour.
Okay. So we can go to Sophia.
Mm-hmm.
You show up midway through the address. You see Queen Iliosa standing before the crowd with the Korvosan Guard and the Sable Company and of course the Grey Maidens. She begins the address, but you notice that she is wearing a strange new crown that is not of the typical make that the monarch wears, with what looks to be horns kind of sticking out of it. They're kind of put on display with a golden crown and a red gemstone in the middle. She says that the plague has been defeated, although unfortunately at the cost of Dr. Davalis' life. The good doctor's body, she goes on, has already been shipped back to Chiliax for burial in his family vault, and the order of the Queen's physicians has returned to Chiliax with him. She goes on to say that Korvosa remains wounded, and the reports say that the Order of the Nail has shown their true colors and fled like cowards back to their citadel raid. Worse still, both the Korvosan Guard and the Sable Company have suffered terrible losses over the past weeks, and neither group is fully capable of continuing as Korvosa's protectors. And thus, to shore up this fault, Queen Iliosa names the Grey Maidens as the new protectors of Korvosa, and appoints her bodyguard, Sabina Marin, as the new general. A ripple of concerned whispers spread throughout the crowd around you, and then Queen Iliosa turns her attention to the Sable Company. Citing the fact that the care and feeding of the company's hippogriff mounts places too great a strain on the city's coffers, and the company's relative incompetence in helping to deal with the unrest, and the fact that the company's commander, Seneschal Neolandus Calipopoulos, fled the city rather than stay by her side in a time of need, Iliosa has decided to disband the organization and seize its holdings. At this point, she looks back towards Commandant Indran and commands that he step forth and surrender his badge of office. Indran steps forward. He's visibly trembling as he reaches for the area of his uniform where the badge once was, but of course it is there no longer. And instead, he quick draws his bow, slings back an arrow, and fires it at the Queen. The crowd erupts into shock. People are trying to, clamber past the guards. The Sable Company have broken out into fighting with the Grey Maidens. What are you doing at this point? As it's becoming a little bit harder for you to see what's going on stage, Sophia.
As the fighting breaks out, she's on the very outskirts of the square, kind of listening in, kind of trying to keep distance, and seeing the fighting happening and kind of seeing what's gonna happen. She's probably just gonna duck out and just start heading back towards the Korvosa, because what we worried about is coming to light, and she's not gonna be able to protect the Sable Company.
As you leave, you catch one last glimpse up at the platform where the Queen and the Commandant stand, and you see a rather unsettling sight, which is the Queen Iliosa standing there with a arrow halfway through her skull. But she's standing, holding Marcus Indrin up above her head with one arm, looking up at him.
Just the silent "what the fuck" mouth movement from her as she's walking away. What the fuck? Yeah, take mental note of that to tell everybody.
Is the commander dead at that point, or is he just being held up?
I don't think Sophia stays around long enough to find out.
Probably
Gotcha.
not. No.
Put me down. No. You shot an arrow in my head. Put me down. No.
Mm-hmm. So that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be
Which
significantly harder to overthrow her now.
What if the secret is 2 arrows?
No, how'd they know?
Oh, you've got to shoot it in her mouth when she laughs.
Gotta shoot it elven shotgun style. 3 arrows.
You gotta find her. You gotta find her Ruby Gem weak spot, dumbass.
Exactly. You got to wait for her pants to drop. Or...
Listen,
Jesus
I don't.
Christ.
I don't know how to defeat her. All I know is that her back left calf is glowing, so I think we should stab there.
My glowing weak spot. How did they know?
Wait, is that the Achilles?
See, whenever I play a video game boss fight and I don't know where the weak spot is, I just hit their eyes. A good 70% of the time it works.
Yeah,
You
I
attack
mean,
their
a lot of
weak
people
point for
don't like
massive
being
damage.
shot in the eyes, so.
Yeah. So while we're waiting outside this building, does it look like there's anyone coming in and out of this broken down tenement building?
Yeah, a lot of guys who look like the sort of thugs that you met at that dock.
Gotcha. I do believe I might have a way to signal our fellows, but it won't be terribly subtle.
Let's all go under disguise first.
I mean, do you wish me to signal Merrick?
Yeah, I do.
Get further away from here first, then.
Move back on the alleyways or whatever.
Yeah, we'll
Wait.
put a little distance. I can use a casting of silent image to create like a large smoke signal in the sky that forms letters in Elvish that just says orphan.
Says what?
Orphan.
Orphan.
Yeah,
Nice.
Sophia can read that, so she knows exactly who that is.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I did it, because anyone else would be like, what the fuck? But you guys are like, oh, that's Theobald.
So yeah, if Sophia sees that, she's gonna summon a giant wasp and just write it down and fly over them.
I just realized I did the orphan bat.
I was gonna say that's exactly what I was saying. Merrick's gonna see them like, I don't. I mean, I get it, but there's got to be something else. Especially as on the day that yet again one of his family dies. Everyone he gets close to dies.
And yet, you're responding to the signal. So,
I know.
You know, deep down in your heart,
you were born an orphan, you know.
you will always be an orphan. Your heart's in your head, man.
So yeah, Merrick will still focus on trying to get the hippogriff contingent they has just kind of landed and just that like loosely tied to something just so that they kind of understand it. Actually, no, he would just kind of let them know to stay in the area. He'll be back in a bit. again, giving the instructions and using his speak with animal.
Don't eat anything that can speak a language.
It's a good rule. Except for
for
dolphins. They're delicious.
And then, make his way back and try to find the others.
Making your way downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Giant smoke signal calling you. With a flashing yellow arrow.
I like to think that you do that, and then you just kind of grin as throughout the sea, you just hear the faintest cries of of young children who have died from, or whose parents have died from the plague.
Can they read Elvish?
Elven gets good.
Some of them.
Yep.
They're
The ones
orphans.
who
They never
make fun
learned how
of
to
the other
read.
orphans.
Somehow the very specific targeted of just elven and half elven orphans
Yeah.
makes it even sweeter.
I like the idea that Kier and Vic underneath it with you aren't getting to see it from the side view. So we're like, is it just gray clouds? How's that going to signal in?
No. Merrick will understand.
Okay.
I say, hands on hips, looking very proud underneath my.
No, it'll all make sense here in a second.
Yeah.
As Merrick's kind of getting the flock squared away, it's very much that I really know I need to, but I am resenting this right now. I'm dragging my feet as much as I possibly can without feeling guilty, and I'm.
I turn to the elf lady with us. You worship Zonkuthon. You'll get a kick out of this.
But yeah, when he shows up. Well, actually, do I have to do anything to locate them, or how would I know specifically where they're at beyond just the orphan signal being sounded?
The orphan signal. Great.
I feel like there's probably we don't have to overly sweat.
Yeah.
Finding.
Okay.
We're just in.
Yeah, if we just want to skip to me finding
Yeah.
If
them.
you fly over, we'll wave at you.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
assume to
Like
look
it's
down, right?
we don't have to make it that complex.
Okay, I'm fair with that. Merrick would walk, approach and just kind of look at you and just shake his head. He would keep his reaction as minimal as he could, but
I see you got my message.
with the rest
How
of the
did you
city,
know?
yeah.
And yet you responded to it. Anyway, this is an associate that we've met doing our investigation. Correct me if I pronounce this wrong, Michael. It's Loria Voss?
Leori.
It's Leori Voss of Nadal. She has been searching for Master Scream to contract him for a patron back in the Nation of the Night.
And you had luck on the search? Merrick would just kind of look at the new person, just kind of side eye and just like, not sure how I feel about this, but okay.
I'm not sure if you saw it in the chat, Michael, but would I have been able to get there too if I flew when I saw the signal or no?
Yeah.
So I just land on this giant wasp that dissipates as I land.
Mm.
I saw the orphan
Oh,
signal.
damn.
I came as soon as I saw.
Orphan signal.
Well, I mean, yeah, I
What
assume
up?
he was talking about Merrick, and who else is just going to announce to the world that someone's an orphan through Skyride?
Yes. We have Team Orphan and we have Team Short Stack. And Theobard's on his own team because he's a sad, lonely man.
Hey, I'm only 50% orphan. I'll have you know.
Hey, I only push people away before they can hurt me.
I would
Literally.
argue more like 10% because you still bring your dad back.
Okay, 25% orphan.
What?
All right,
What,
deal.
what you don't understand is I have numerous character flaws I refuse to work on.
I'm waiting for the moment that Theobard realizes that he could be more efficient with the signal and kill Sophia's mom. Just so.
Oh, Lord.
And no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
still don't have a wife, mother.
Oh,
funny part is.
Meanwhile, as we all are conversating in front of the building, like 4 guys are standing there looking at us. Why are you all in front of our building?
We moved like a block away, but still.
All
All
right.
right, what's
We
the plan?
think our target has been captured. We followed Muddy Boots back to this location. I think our best bet is to knock politely and demand that they release him, and then probably kill everyone the way we typically have done for the last 3 weeks that we've known each other.
I feel like at this point we could skip for step 1 because that never seems to work out.
Yeah, is Luca with us? Just knock the door down and let's go.
Yeah, I
You
can summon
guys
him.
really do see things my way.
I could always.
So yeah, I summon Luca. It takes a minute, so easy enough to do.
It has proven expedient.
Also,
go
the new
ahead and-
stranger just sees us summon some guy in spiked armor.
Oh, it's fine. She's from a doll. They have hella vampires up in there.
Good enough.
I
At
could
this
always
point,
make
I
it
should
look.
make it Falcon form.
I could always make it look like the building is on fire if we think that would help.
I'm not sure how that would help.
Certainly an idea to keep in mind.
I'm starting to spawn everyone here on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And of course, Leori as well.
I'm actually gonna take a really fast bite. I'll be right back.
Go ahead and put up see invisibility
Imagine this is going to stretch over the session.
and resist
Yeah,
energy.
since I've seen you use that before, I do tell you to let me know if you see someone invisible because I can make them visible.
It lasts it lasts 10 minutes. It lasts an hour at this point.
Actually, I would actually hand you. I have some items too. I hand you 2 smog pellets. It covers invisible people for 1d4 rounds if it hits with a ranged touch.
Awesome.
So you have the visions. So
Yep.
As we're walking up in this extract and alchemical.
Do we have
application.
blessing of the watch?
I know. I think some people are going to the bathroom currently. So.
Yep. In here, Loki.
Might as well set up.
I have returned.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
I don't know if Loki's here yet.
Would I have time to use a scroll to cast mage armor on myself before we go in?
Absolutely.
Because that's an hours per level, so I'm not gonna. Also, because I know you can describe mage armor, I like to imagine Theobard's mage armor kind of takes the illusionist theme into a part of it. So it's like his outer edges get fuzzy, almost like he's out of focus in a camera lens.
Thanks.
As we're walking up, I'm going to use alchemical allocation potion I bought with the fame money. Mostly it's +2 that saves for 6 hours. But When I drink my mutagen, I'll be healed a little bit.
Nice.
Healed.
Got him with the orphan signal.
Mhm.
That's
And
good.
I used the time that they were traveling to us to allocate some of my unallocated extracts of the day. I am out of level 2s because I gave him 3 invisibilities.
Yeah. If we start
Well,
getting
you're
to
standing right there. You could probably hand them back. Oh no, they used them to get over. Never mind.
Yeah.
Do it. Guess that's not how that works. Throw that up.
All right, are you guys done? He could be slitting his wrists as we speak.
I think we're still waiting for Loki to get back. Or is
Yeah,
he
that
here?
guy. The
Okay,
guy
I
with the
did.
Blake look. He's
I thought
called
he had to come
AFK.
back.
Mhm.
I'm back.
There he is. We were just quickly going over our buffs. I was casting Major Armor on myself before going.
Oh. Okay. I got 2
She's gonna
spells I
cast
like.
shield on herself.
I'll go with, what is it? Do we only get 1 spell or can we get a few? Because I've got
Depends
Gravity
on how
Bow
long
and
it's
Aspect of the Falcon minutes per level.
Well, we waited a minute for Sophia to summon her dad, so you could have casted stuff then if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll cast Aspect of the Falcon. Falcon. Entirely different.
Aspect of the Falcon.
And Gravity Bow through the Extend Rod.
No Blessing of the Watch this time.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that one too.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I should add that to my buff tracker. What's
I feel
that?
hashtag blessed.
What's that add to again?
Just an attack.
Plus
mostly.
1. Yeah, it's basically just blessed, but lasts hours per level.
Okay, but like, give me the numbers to edit into the sheet here.
Plus 1 to attack, plus 1 to saves versus fear.
Thank you.
All right, let's storm this poor side of town and kill everyone who looks suspicious.
We immediately kill
Wait.
Nick.
That sounds. Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like everyone starts interfighting.
I'm very proud of the orphan signal because it is both the funny thing and also by putting in Elvish, it's abstract enough that other people wouldn't get it. But you
Yeah.
do. All right.
Do you want us to follow turn order? I think that's a yes.
Do you want
Yeah,
Merrick?
if that's what you guys want to do, we can do that.
Do you want? Oh no, Azure's right in Falcon mode, so it's just Merrick at this point.
Also, make sure that I believe it. Yeah, could you make sure that my token actually has sight again, Michael?
Yeah.
So I have sight and dark vision, so I just want to make sure. Yeah, there we go.
All right, Vic.
Yes, sir. Just to remind you, Vic is seeing invisible right now.
All right.
I'll step up here and check this door, see if it's open,
It's not locked.
and he will open it. This is where the muddy footprints went?
Yep.
Okay.
The interior of this home has been completely gutted. A huge amount of rubble, broken timbers, and bits of wall and ruined furniture and other debris lie heaped in the center of the room. Rickety wooden stairs wind up to a splintered hole in the wall near the roof above.
Are the tracks leading up the stairs? Or do you want me to-
Oh, they lead under the rubble.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like that's the only way to go, unless there's a secret door where they all just disappear under a rug.
I forgot to roll initiative. Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll say they wiped their feet when they came in, because this is. You're not gonna be able to track their footprints all the way through the.
No, I love that. That's great. All right. Vic steps in, also wipes his feet on the mat, and starts to head up. Let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there.
Michael, can you readjust the initiative? I had forgotten to roll for Sophia.
Sorry.
That's my own fault. I was spacing out for a second there.
All right. Is that as far as you go, Vic?
Yep, that's one round for him, and a move and open a door.
Sophia?
I'm going to have Luca start going first. So he has 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet of movement. And he'll go ahead and start double moving. And gets to here and sees somebody in the distance. Probably notices him. He can't
What
act
the-
this turn.
What the hell?
Can you give Sophia sight? Because Luca has it, but she doesn't. There you go. That's. I would look at Vic and like, do you feel like you're buff enough? Because I can give you some strength.
I'm always willing to accept more power.
Okay, I will give you +4 to strength. If you already have an enhancement bonus on it, it doesn't go up higher than 4. So, like, if you already have your automatic progression towards strength,
You know, that's what they say. The people who want power are the ones who should have it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know what your automatic progression is into it. But if it's into strength, it'll only be a +2. If it's not, it'll be a +4.
Got it.
All right. Leori, these are 1 foot squares. Ugh.
I mean, I don't.
Try not to adjust the grid cell distance this time.
As long as we're aware of it. It's just
Yeah.
counting squares instead of counting by 5.
But it should be fixed now. Okay. She's going to 15, 20, 30.
I completely forgot Luca could fly. I could have just flew up to that balcony up there.
Oh well.
And stop
I
just
feel like
short
that's
of
pretty
Luca.
in character for the new ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I have an extract to fly as well, but it's
Uh,
always hold reserve things.
She pokes you in the back to see if you're incorporeal.
She pushes and it just feels like really thick jello.
Ew. She wipes you off on the wall.
She wipes off the goo that comes off. You just hear screaming from it.
Oh no, she likes that.
I was a married man, damn it.
Joke's on you. I'm into that.
I don't know why it's doing this weird lighting thing where it makes it look like this is a corner.
Were your vows till death do you part?
Oh shit.
You know what?
Our
Our
vows
parent-
is, if you die, I'll kill you.
My paranoia sense is tingling, so I am going to cast mirror image on myself once again. Three.
All right.
That's my turn.
By the way, if you need those guys on the initiative, they're not on there yet, Michael.
We're not in combat yet.
Just checking.
Is there room to?
You can probably squeeze past.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah, it's easy enough to squeeze past.
stand right there.
All right.
And then
Or-
the building explodes.
I guess I'll wait right here.
All right.
We're in a clump.
This guy is gonna come down and peek through the hole, look at Luca and say, "Oh, you're an interesting one, aren't you?"
I've been told.
Well, the Emperor's definitely gonna want to have a look at you. Looks down. Your friends are gonna leave their weapons at the door, though.
No, they're insured.
Well, take them home. Emperor doesn't want nothing to do with that.
I mean, you can go ask them nicely if you want. I kind of just lean to the side so he can walk by me if he wants.
I'll let you take the message.
Sure, they'll be up here momentarily.
He walks back.
I mentally communicate to Sophia so she can tell everyone else without having me to shout down. Because mental connections, y'all. She just tells her, like, so they want us to leave our weapons here, and they want to see my dad, probably us as well. But I don't know. Do we want to just go in guns blazing?
Knowledge local on who the Emperor is? Never mind. The Emperor is the head of typically government.
I can roll knowledge local too. 17 probably doesn't know much more.
28.
Fuck you.
Without knowing. Well, actually.
If I wouldn't know, I wouldn't know. I just rolled just in case.
So if we need to go in there guns ablazing, but we don't want to like start the fight immediately, you all can put anything that's small enough into this sack, and she holds up her handy haversack. And when we get in there, I can just dump it out, and you can grab your shit.
The fuck's a gun?
So, you guys would have learned.
Swords
you guys would
ablazing.
have heard about the Emperor in the days leading up and through the plague, as that is when he experienced his rise to power. So yeah, our biggest score was a 28. So you know that the Emperor of Old Korvosa rules a dock from his palace on Silk Street. He has seized control of several tenements there and rarely leaves the place. He has mobs of fanatics scour the streets of the old dock seeking more conscripts for his cause, and those who resist are instead captured for other purposes. The Emperor sees Old Korvosa as his stage and forces some of his prisoners to take part in violent or deadly games and performances, pitting them against ferocious pets and followers. And sometimes he just beheads them with his favorite toy, an extravagant guillotine called the Tall Knife.
Is this the dude that Luca played Knivesies with?
That's the Spider King.
I mean, he might have upgraded.
A lot of rulers in this town.
This is a newer gangster who has only come into power since the plague has arrived. And now it's disappeared, but he still has his followers. And we're going to leave it at that for now, actually.
So this man sounds like a lunatic. So I just have my walking stick. You all decide.
I'm not putting my weapon down. We need to get in there, and we need to get who he kidnapped.
Eric's fine to hand over his bow to Kier, or whoever has the handy haversack.
Yeah, Sophia would just open it up and probably be able to put that in there. It wouldn't work for Vic anyway, but
Well, wouldn't it work for Vic?
your weapon's too big.
Yeah, it is.
Probably gonna walk south.
You're telling that to a teenager, Vic. Shut up.
They're like any.
So Vic normally wears his weapon as a belt, so maybe it wouldn't be overt if he could disguise it.
It has
Isn't
a
it like
giant brick on the end.
Yeah.
It's not
I
giant. It's a small ball that fits in the size of your hand.
No, that's not what that weapon looks like.
Also, we've described it as when you unsheath it, it drops with a large thunk.
It does. But he does
So
wear
it's
it
not a
around
tiny
his
little ball.
waist. From his backstory and his description, that's how he wears it.
Well,
Yeah,
it's more
it's-
how he uses it than the size.
Exactly right.
All right, back
That's
to
the
what we're
wizard.
doing.
It's not the size of the pencil; it's how it writes. Anyway,
I'm probably gonna wander off south for a spot to mix up another potion, or not a potion, extract of
All right.
monkey fish
good old monkey fish.
for a
All
spot
right.
where it's
Also, it's a chain flail. So like, other than the brick, it's just a length of chain. It doesn't, it's not 6 feet tall or anything. It can ball up into a very small size comparatively to a longbow.
I mean, you can try to conceal it on your person.
Slide
Well, I'm
hand
just
check.
saying, making my argument for why it would fit in the handy haversack.
Oh.
okay. So I'm gonna be occupied for a minute.
How big is the handy haversack opening?
Let me see.
Because that is a good point that it could coil up, or you just have to fit the head of the hammer into it.
So the handy haversack, I can't find measurements, but I can send you a picture of what it looks like on the trading card game for Pathfinder.
But guys, here's the Dwarven Dornberger, and Vix, I just wrote, doesn't have spikes in his backstory. It's not like it's a big thing.
So it looks like a side pouch that you carry, almost like a messenger bag in like modern day terms of like carrying.
Mm-hmm. Hold 2 cubic feet in 1 pound.
It can hold 80 pounds of material, and it's carrying very little material currently. So
How heavy is the weapon?
I'm looking right now. 15 pounds.
I'll green light putting it in the handy haversack.
So yeah, his bow and Vic's Dorndurger are in the haversack currently.
All right. So everyone is visibly unarmed.
I mean, I have my staff, so if they have a problem with that, I'll just ditch it. But I'm gonna go up there first and see. It's literally just a wooden staff. It's
You wouldn't part an old man from his walking stick.
stop stealing my lines, Cope.
It's Gandalf's line, dude.
I've been trying to get as many Gandalf lines in here as possible.
Oh, sorry.
All right. You want to do anything else, Vic?
No.
Sophia.
She's just going to spend her action walking up to here. Luca's just going to step onto the balcony right here and wait for everybody.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to move if you'd let me be in behind Sophia.
Yeah, go ahead. File in. Leori's going to move up behind you. Theobard.
As far as I can go.
All right. Merrick.
If you want to get ahead of them, you could also probably double move. I think you have the movement. But you're muted, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I was asking if I could double move with my.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go
Okay.
ahead.
I don't think we're in combat right now, so moving through allies in a
Yeah.
space like this shouldn't be too bad.
More for structure than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Kier is cooking away over there.
Mm-hmm.
Vic.
All right. What's the action at the front? Is the door open or are we waiting?
There is no
Something
door.
to
It's a
let us
hole in the
in.
wall.
Oh. All right. Vic will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That works perfectly. 30 to here.
Looks you over. He'll give you a quick pat down, check if you have any weapons on you. long as
He
they're all-
would still have what I didn't think about, his sap. And he'd go, yes, I forget about that.
He just throw it 15 feet down below you,
Yeah, that's fine.
underneath that walkway. But after that, he'd say, all right, the Emperor will have an audience with anyone who's willing to part with their weapons, as long as you bring that one in. And he points at the green ghost behind you. Moves
Yeah, I'm special.
Vic did leave his crossbow down in the hallway and make a show of putting it down so it'd be obvious.
Step to here for Luca as he's walking in.
All right.
Sophia steps in. And that'll be that turn.
There you go. Let's just bring the kid around with you everywhere.
I'm a mascot.
She's chaperoned.
How old is Sophia?
14.
Leori will have just left her spike chain down below and entered unarmed.
Back then.
Yeah, you
It's
don't
like
want to go
birthing
down that
age.
mental. You don't want to go down that mental rabbit hole. Go.
Mm-hmm. So, ultimately, at the end of a minute, I'm gonna drink this potion of monkeyfish and climb up onto the roof. So, don't know how long this is gonna take them.
It looks like we formed a queue.
Yeah, you'll just because there probably isn't room up there for me, huh? I can't really see.
There's a space right next to Sophie on the right.
Okay, yeah, Merrick would definitely want to be next to Sophia.
Yeah, I do have the bag, so.
Not only that, but to draw attention away from her so that they're not beating up little girls.
They seem like the type.
All right. Emperor will grant you all an audience. Just go on through. Kier's still working on his concoction. Vic.
Instead of a meth lab explosion downstairs.
Looks like pretty busy in here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We double moving for time's sake, or leave it?
That's what
Yeah, I think we could just if
I only single moved because I'm the wizard, so I'm going to be in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can double move if you want.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, put him right there.
All right. You see a gaunt and sickly looking man in what looks like a prop crown and formal attire. The sides of the crown kind of flop over because they're made of fabric instead of real metal. And he sits with his feet kind of extended out, leaning back in his throne, which he has made for himself. Looking into the Looking into the room, you see a tall platform above which you see the guillotine, which you heard the name of, the tall knife, and a halfling wearing an executioner's outfit standing right beside it. Or a gnome, I mean. It's a gnome.
It gets real confusing. We've had a lot of that.
Yeah. He goes, move them on in. I shall hear their request.
Should we just go move
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to move any further?
I think we
in,
can.
Vic?
Yeah, we can.
I think
move
we
out
could
of
just
turn
move
order
our
here.
yeah, because we're.
And as we move in, Kier, you can finish your potion.
Don't mind me, just 4 middle-aged dudes with a walking stick.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna try and climb this building.
All right, so let's rearrange ourselves. So Sophia's between Vic and Merrick. There we go.
Yeah, I feel like he was coming across first. And study this guy. Give a quick sense motive. Is he just overtly crazy?
Yes.
Okay, this is fantastic.
No, that's if push comes to shove, I can probably shatter his psyche.
There we go.
It's halfway there already.
Welcome, my loyal subjects. What do you request of your emperor?
Emperor, we come in request of a favor, a boon from you. We are seeking an individual who we believe may be out of character. I can't speak. In your purvey.
Yes. I would love to help one of my citizens. Who are you looking for?
Out of character. What's his name?
Salvatore
Simon?
Scream.
Salvatore. My emperor, we are in search of Salvatore Scream. We feel he may have important information to help your kingdom.
Yes. It is a difficult request indeed, for before I was the king, the emperor of Old Korvosa, I was the man, Pilz Swastel, owner of the theatrical empire. Exemplary execrables. However, that establishment was burnt down during the plague, and I plan to rebuild that empire using the very artist who helped make it in the first place. Salvatore, when he was an up-and-coming artist, was one of the artists who designed all of my beautiful backdrops, which have unfortunately been destroyed. And Salvatore doesn't seem to want to do his citizen's duty to help me, so we have him here working under duress. But I am willing to help you under one condition.
Bows low. Anything for the emperor.
Yes, my man. For your emperor, you shall engage in the new national sport of Korvosa, Blood Pig.
Well, could I? Emperor.
Knowledge
I would do
local.
anything for you. But
Blood Pig? Like PIG?
Blood Pig.
I have something that might be of more entertainment value to you.
Blood Pig will do.
What is Blood Pig? I'm unfamiliar with this new trend.
That is the very question I was hoping you would ask, my boy. Follow me. And he springs up from his throne. And
Gotta feed the theater major.
Okay.
opens this door and walks to the center. Up here, you see a crowd of raving fans and some drummers and a rather portly man up there who appear to be chained down to pittons put into the top of this roof. This area seems to be a sort of makeshift arena made of the top floor of this building, with the entire roof having been removed. And in each corner, you can see 2 pits with wolverines clawing, trying to get out, but they've been greased up and can only slip and fall to the bottom. He'll say, "Bring in the shingle snipes." And as he says this, a group of men in armor start to file out, just sort of going as they take formation onto the side of the field.
You know, I feel
All
like
right.
Luca's looking forward to this all of a sudden.
He turns around. Are you ready to play?
Once
What
we
are
know
the rules?
That's just the question I was hoping you would ask.
I am like 3 minutes from turning into a giant demon and just scaring these people.
And this will be what we close the session on. Everyone, make sure you have your audio and Roll20 turned up.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I gotta turn mine up. I had to turn it down.
Yep.
As he turns around to the men with drums and the portly man, and he says, "Hit it!"
All right, ready? I'm getting it.
I am.
I'll play it again.
Filthy scum, see them run to the Wolverine fun. As the pigs score a goal in the pits, let them roll. Ole, 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 bloody, bloody. Ole, 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 bloody, bloody. With the Emperor's might, we delight in the fight. In the pits under lights, to the death or the night. Ole, 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 bloody, bloody.
I really want some chips for some reason.
I was thinking I could eat some peanut butter. Ole, ole. Ole, 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 blood pig. All right, fuck yeah. Do we have uniforms?
Well, I'm just gonna destroy the planet.
The nerds being forced into athletic events.
And then I'll share with you the rules of Blood Pig, but we will get to that next session because we've hit 10.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get to this session, so I was very happy with that.
How did you get that music? Was that AI?
Yeah, I used I saw that thing that Richard linked, and I thought this would just be the silly thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm glad
to
we're already
use
getting
that
use
for.
out of the silliness of that.
That was awesome.
Toss the piggy in.
The Wolverines in the pits. Ole, ole, ole. Or blood pig.
Now Cope has a new song to recite while he's at the water cooler at work tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh god.
He just
That's
starts
gonna
talking
happen.
blood pig, and all of his coworkers are like, "What?"
So I just shared the rules for Blood Pig with you guys.
Yes.
Oh my god, so
I find.
so we're throwing
w-
pigs into the Wolverine.
In the pits, let the games commence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everybody
All right.
blood pig.
So I'm going to just create a greater illusion of an archfiend exploding out of the ground and saying, "Prostrate yourself, otherwise I shall rip the souls from your body."
Yeah, something tells me we're not gonna be good at this now that we're not a Marshall-based team anymore.
I'm still down to try.
Yeah, Sophia
man.
and Theobald will clap along for the two of you that are playing. Well, three, I guess, if you count Luca.
Ah, damn it. If I hadn't used my only casting of invisibility today, I would stand in the corner and then create a greater illusion of myself, just Michael Jordaning pigs in there.
Downtown.
Oh my god!
Nobody better with the pig skin.
Oh, the poor sanity.
course I'm gonna cheat.
I'm
Not gonna
sure
lie.
that they will also play entirely fair.
Merrick's excited for the game, then he realizes, wait, okay, no, I see what I'm basically. How do I feel about feeding these critters as a sport?
I mean, it's blood
Also,
pigs.
their team consists of 8 men, and you got 3. Because Kier's not going to play with the guys. I'm not going to play with the guys. I don't think Theobard's going to do it.
Sophia,
What about-
summon more. Hey,
Men.
can
You
Azure?
might get Leori to help out.
I think Azure could help out with this.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably eat the pig himself, but
I mean, it doesn't say how much of the pig needs to go in there.
What if I just
Also-
make the floor lava?
I'm actually kind of looking forward to playing this. It seems like it'll be a fun time.
Can you illusion the pigs into believing that the pit is where they need to go as their home?
That's enchantment. That's
yeah.
different.
Vic is like, so what is it you do then?
I write orphan in the sky.
I feel like I should ask so we don't forget. I know we were close to leveling up, you said last time. We're still at level 7, right?
You guys can go ahead and bump up a level.